Phoenix West, the heart of the fan.
And Jose Suarez as they win their 6th in a row. And today they go for the series sweep as Angels Baseball and Valley Sports, presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Halos Rangers going head-to-head game 3 in this 3-game series. The last home game of 2022 as you welcome you outside the Big A, underneath the hat, in the shade. The cool breeze is coming through right now. Speaking of cool breeze, Bart Gubaza, Tim Salmon, good to have you guys here. You know what? I got to let you know this. So, cool breeze is coming through the set. So Huey Lewis once said, if this is it, please let me know. Well, this is it, and I'm letting everybody know. This is the last home game of 2022. You've got to be excited.
Is this the last home game?
This is the last home game.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Gooby, I'm going to start with you since you're so excited about everything going on right now. But the pitching, you have to be excited about that. What we saw, just a quick highlight there of Suarez. But what, especially over the last 3 games, Ohtani, Detmers, Suarez, the future is bright. Phil Nevin in his post-game press conference, he's fired up from what he sees so far from the starting rotation.
And you got to. I mean, when you think about it, 2 of the last 3 games, you have a no-hitter and then a perfect game going with some of your pitching staff.
Incredible.
And then Detmers in the middle there had an excellent outing himself. There's continuity and there's competitiveness now amongst the starting pitchers. When you have that, you elevate yourself to that next point where you feel every game, no matter who they put out there on the mound, you have a chance to win the game. The bullpen's been solid, get enough offense, they're catching the baseball. But right now, you're seeing pitchers, starting pitchers with good pace on the mound. We saw that with Suarez last night, a guy working much, much quicker and attacking the strike zone. When you do that, that means you have a lot of confidence in not only your talent, but the guys playing defense behind you.
You know, when I think about where we're at this year, and, you know, Suarez pitched last night, I think what was impressive is that the big three lefties, all of them have had their ups and downs, and all of them have had just a great season of maturity. They've grown. We've seen them work through things. Suarez, for example, last night, we always know his 3rd time through the lineup, the numbers are ridiculous. Yeah. His velo typically drops. Well, guess what? Last night it dropped as well, but he was still successful. He was able to go out there and get outs, and that's because he's able to complement his game with the other pitches, with the slider, with the changeup, with good fastball location. To me, that was what I, came away from last night's, game really excited about, was that it looks like he got something out of this season, and we saw it in his last outing. He was able to go out there and compete for 7 innings.
I love the fact that after he gives up that 2-run home run to Nathaniel Lowe, he dealt.
Yep.
Phil Nevin gave him that opportunity to get through that inning, and he made some really good pitches. Sometimes that's how you learn, because you're cruising like that. When you got a no-hitter, a perfect game going, you feel, okay, everything's going good, I'm in cruise control. But when you hit that little speed bump, and all of a sudden a 2-run home run, how do you respond? He came back and did an incredible job after that.
6 perfect innings. But one thing, too, Tim, is we talked about working quickly, but Phil said something about his demeanor. He had a different focus last night, and we're seeing that. We talked about in the postgame show. He's given an opportunity to go out there every 6th start. Regardless of how he's doing, he's finding continuity and consistency.
Well, he is, and I think sometimes as a major league ball player, when you really feel like you're here, you're established, you belong, your personality comes out. We talk about what a great guy he is off the field. Well, he's not getting sent down in the minor leagues after each start anymore. He was able to be here all year long, learn from the guys around him, but also just kind of feel comfortable, feel like he belongs, and you're seeing it out there in the maturation. I really do believe that if you want major league ball players to be successful, you got to put them in situations where they can succeed, and that means in some cases maybe not being on the yo-yo so much. And I think in his case, Renifo's case, you're seeing guys that are expected to go out there and play when their time comes up every day without having to worry about their playing time or whether they're going to get sent down or not. Suarez has really made the most of his opportunity this year, and I couldn't be happier for him, because I felt like so much of his game all came together in one place last night in 7 innings.
How great was that changeup, his last strikeout there against Garcia? Because that's one of those pitches, especially a field pitch, a changeup, to throw it that well, especially after you give up a 2-run home run, you're shut out, the perfect game is gone, yet he still made a great pitch. 10 ground ball outs. He's not really a ground ball pitch. He's around 37% ground ball rate, but because of his slider and his 2 types of changeups, he's keeping it down. He's getting soft contact on the ground.
And 2, one thing that you really like about these guys, we talked about demeanor for a moment, but also the fact they're out there, 93 pitches they get pulled from the game. They still want to go out there. I mean, these guys are hungry to go out there. They want to finish a game, and that's something you want out of your starters. And of course, Phil says, I don't want to walk out there and him just to hand me the ball and say thank you. But, you're seeing a competitiveness, especially among these young guys, that's going to bode well next year.
Well, I think also they're finding themselves in these situations when they're having to give up the ball, and they're surprised because they feel like they're doing well, and they are doing well. And I think that tells you a lot about where these guys have come in their maturation process over the season.
And how much fun are they having? You see the guy during the course of the game, they're putting that bubble gum on top of their hat and stuff. It's all those pitchers getting together. How you win, and I know position players, it's going to be important to score one more run to the opponent and score a lot of runs, but the teams that win have that pitching staff that are around together all the time, because you win games like that because then the guys swinging the bat don't have to go up there and hit 5-run home runs every time when you're falling behind. It's really big to see that right now.
All right, well, this is, I think I mentioned it earlier, it's the last home game.
Is it the last home game?
2022. And as a result, we are going to look back on some of our favorite moments took place here at the Big A. And before we get there, it's incredible. The canvas that we have for what was 2022 here, you'd think we're going to the postseason based on all the incredible moments that we've had. It's amazing that we are not. But, Tim, I'm going to start with you because I don't know how you pick. We're going to have to narrow it down and pick one for me.
It was very difficult. I'll have to say that. You know, you're trying to go back over the course of a season and try to think of, there's great moments in every game, but I think the one that stands out, and I was really limited. I wanted to just talk about the games that I saw or that I was a part of when I was here. So I go back to Jared Walsh. To me, you know, Walshy's had a tough year. He's been injured. Last year came off a great year, but this was an amazing night for him. He had been struggling, you know, up and down, not really swinging the ball, swinging the bat that well. But hey, this night he ends up hitting for the cycle. It starts it off with a single, comes up his next at bat, he hits the double over the gap or in the gap. You know, you're starting to maybe think, hey, you know, after he hits this home run right here, oh my gosh, he's only a triple away from it. But it's the hardest one to get, the triple. How are you going to hit a triple in this ballpark? Right here. Khalil Lee dives for a ball late in the game, goes to the fence. You got to know, I got a good three one way or the other. He did a great job getting there. I thought that was just a fantastic night for him. And it was really almost lost in the fact because Trout and Ohtani hit home runs that night. So he kind of went under the radar a little bit with that, but just a tremendous night. And, you know, he struggled all year long and, you know, with his injuries and different things. So that was really a big highlight for him and one of the nights that we got to see him playing at his best.
Yeah, like a week later, he was a single shy of the cycle. I mean, he had a run there that was pretty phenomenal. And a lot of times he was battling through injury that we didn't even know about at the time. So good on Walshy. And, of course, he's up for the Roberto Clemente Award. So we want to obviously vote for him as well. But Gooby, let's turn to you. And who's it's got to be a pitcher, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I mean, I like the cycle because there's really not that many guys hit for the cycle. But for me, it had to be Reed Dadmarzoni's 11th career start. That up and down last year for him. Beginning part of the season, you were wondering if he was able to put it all together. And that night, he put it all together as far as a no-hitter. He had 11 ground ball outs in that game. He threw 108 pitches, 60 of them, 68 strikes. He only had 2 strikeouts during the course of this game, but his curveball, his slider, that's where we started to see that slider getting a little bit better. He used 22% changeup in that game. Prior to that, he was under 3% as far as changeup usage. He used the entire defense, and I'll tell you what, that last ground ball out, I'm looking at him, he's like, oh, we'll get there at some point. And then that reaction there, your teammates jumping in there and being part of something so special, especially as a rookie pitcher, your 11th career start, and you throw a no-hitter. That's you threw an immaculate inning too, but that no-hitter was unbelievable. Just the atmosphere to be part of that, to see that, and know how tough it's been. I mean, ups and down, ups and down. Would he be that type of pitcher we all thought he was going to be when he's a first-round draft pick? Well, he turned into that guy.
You know, I'll make a point because he went down after that, and that's where he figured out his slider, so he became a better pitcher. But the thing that's great about no-hitters is, especially in that case, you brought up the point, the defense had to play behind him. That no-hitter is as much as it is for him, it is for the position players who are in that game to know that they were able, I mean, the pressure, oh my gosh, to make the play. I mean, catching, fly balls are routine unless the guy's throwing a no-hitter. Nothing's routine. So, again, the way the team got to celebrating that with him, I think that was awesome.
All right, Frenchie, what do you got? Oh,
you know
by the
what?
way, it's the last home game of the year. What do you got, Frenchie? What was your favorite moment?
I was actually going to ask you to ask me and make sure I didn't screw that up.
No,
I screwed it up yesterday.
No. What was your favorite movie?
Hey, let's go to...
What was your favorite movie, Ken French?
Let's go to May
your
9th.
favorite moment.
Shocking. We're going to Shohei, May the 9th. So Shohei Ohtani's done pretty much everything he could do on a baseball field. I did not realize until you and Patio had the call on this, he had not hit a grand slam in his professional career. I'm talking Japan or here in the big leagues. Truly amazing. A 2-home run night. Shohei just doing incredible things here. 11-3 over Tampa Bay. I'm still in awe that he had not hit one yet at that point. So Shohei just adding to that MVP resume again with his first career grand slam.
And also picked up his 100th career home run up in Oakland earlier in the season, too. So he's done so many magical things, just like you do every single day, Ken French.
I appreciate that. And a magical thing for you to do would be to scurry on off here for the last time.
I was trying to be nice to you. Timmy, pleasure, my friend.
It's been a great time. Great
job,
season.
Man.
Great job.
Frenchie,
yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Whatever, Frenchie.
Hey, you know what? We're going to take our first time out here on Angels Live. By the way, this is the last home game of 2022, in case you're wondering. But when we do come back, yeah, Shohei Ohtani, he's doing Shohei things, including continuing his career-high hit streak last night to 16 games.
A Cadillac.
La historia de Clemente, lo que hizo por la cultura.
Trabajaba en la noche, estudiaba en la mañana y entrenaba en las tardes. Así era, por decir, todo mi día, todos los días.
Ano ba siya si Esken Chopoto la Bebeito Bashko?
Si
tú tienes en tu corazón sembrar deporte en alguien, puede cambiar la vida a quien sea.
Evan Longoria, a guy last year who was one of the catalysts to a surprising Giants team.
Meet Evan Longoria. He's watching MLB Network.
Longo's hitting with big-time power. Still
because that's what baseball fans do.
Here we go, Longo, 2022.
Angels Live on Bally Sports is brought to you by your Southern California Cadillac dealer. Suns out, fans out, autographs out. Last home game of 2022. Angels looking for the sweep of the Texas Rangers before heading to Oakland for their final 3 of the 2022 campaign. And we welcome you outside the Big Egg. Ken French, Halo Hall of Famer Tim Salmon with me. And let's talk about the AL MVP of last year, who is rewriting history again this year. And he does it constantly on the mound, at the plate. And if he's not hitting home runs, he's just getting hits. Of course, I'm talking about Shohei Ohtani. Final at bat last night extends his hit streak to 16.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this guy is just phenomenal. You know, when I try to put Shohei Ohtani into some context here, I mean, you're talking about the month of September, coming on a year that's been really difficult for this team. Shohei's been the constant. He's in there every single day. Other guys around him have been out of the lineup injured. He's had to carry the loaders. Back in the day, we say he has to drive the bus. Shohei Ohtani going into September is hitting .310 with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. But hey, maybe not the home runs that he'd be hitting earlier in the season. But guess what? During that same period of time, he's 4-0 with a 1.09 ERA on the mound. I say all that to remind everybody that he's still doing a great job hitting. He's maybe hitting more singles and doubles and things like that this month. But what he's doing on the mound, all that takes out of your legs. And the fact that we're going into September and this guy is finishing strong just says so much to me about his makeup, his character, just, you know, what he's built to do. And that is so impressive. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he'd like to have a few more homers and maybe get to 35, maybe get to 40. But you just can't say enough about this. Carrying a 16-game hitting streak right now, playing every day, and then going out there and dealing on the mound. It's just so spectacular.
Watch him just go into the offseason with a 20-game hitting streak and 16 wins. That could possibly happen as he will start the last game of the regular season. So Raisel Iglesias, as we transition to the bullpen, he got traded at the trade deadline. He was, of course, the Angels' closer. As a result, though, Tim, it's been closer by committee. This bullpen has responded, not necessarily just the closers, but the setup men. And over this 6-game winning streak, the bullpen 6 1/3 innings of 3-run baseball. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive. And really, I think a lot of it, you can connect the dots. When we talked about the left-handed pitcher, the starting pitchers, getting on track, Ohtani. Now you're seeing your starting pitching doing well. Guess what it does? It allows your bullpen to kind of fall into familiar slots. You kind of know Andrew wants. He has an idea. What are the innings he's going to be called on? But more than importantly is you're allowing guys to go out there and not have to pick up big innings and not have to do miracle work. You're just asking him to go out there and throw your one inning when you're called upon. Jimmy Hergert, wow, what a surprise. He's probably been the biggest surprise in the bullpen for me. Going down there, locking down the ninth. Those are tough outs. I don't care what you say. The ninth inning, the last 3 outs are the toughest outs going, especially when you look at something like Jimmy. I mean, he has a 2.26 ERA with 9 saves, actually 8, I think, since we traded Iglesias. And the one thing about that, you look at his repertoire. He's not out there blowing guys away with 98-mile-an-hour fastballs and just dominating. He's out there. He's kind of tricking guys a little bit, throwing that slider from some different arm angles. And anytime you're doing that, you're walking the tightrope a little bit.
Yeah,
and he's done a fantastic job. And really, more than anything about that ninth inning, it's not about your stuff. It's about what's going on in your head between the ears. And the fact that he's been able to handle those moments, that says a lot about this player going forward.
Yeah, you make a great point, too, about the bullpen basically feeding off that starting rotation, because for a while you're looking at 4, maybe 5 innings from our starters, but consistently they've been 6th and 7th inning, which has been setting that bullpen up. But on the rare occasion recently, if the Angels do need a long reliever, Jaime Barria has been fantastic for this team.
He has, and he's always been a guy. When he came up, I thought he was going to be one of the starters in this, that we talked about in this rotation going forward. But I think he's accepted his role, and it's a valuable role. You need those guys. You need those guys that can come in and pick up some big quality innings. He's had some great outings for us this year where he's had to go out there and pick up 2, 3, 4 innings, maybe be that spot starter. He's got the repertoire with all the different pitches that he can come in there kind of cold and have them all working. And I think that's very unique. Again, he doesn't have necessarily the overpowering fastball coming out of the pen. He's a little bit that old school guy that's going to come in and he's going to get his outs working some different pitches and, pitch into the zone and the hitters that, their weaknesses throughout the game.
Yeah, great mix, great vibe out in the bullpen. And again, that will bode well for 2023. As you take another time out here on Angels Live, coming at you from outside the Big A on a beautiful Sunday afternoon for baseball. Yeah, Goopy's not here on the set, but he is not forgotten. He's coming back with another Halo history lesson. Is going to focus on the first incredible year of Mike Trout.
It is gone!
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
He caught it! Oh, you won't see a better one than that!
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
final start of this campaign, looking to finish strong as Angels Baseball Valley Sports, brought to you by, as always, your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Beautiful Sunday afternoon for baseball here at the Big A as the Angels go not only for the series win, but the series sweep, their second straight sweep as they head to Oakland after this one is all said and done. We welcome you back here under the Big A. Ken French, that is Tim Salmon, and it is time for another Gooby's Halo history lesson. We go way back. It seems like yesterday, though. Mike Trout's incredible year. Here's Mark Gubiza.
Angels fans, do you remember just how historic Mike Trout's rookie season truly was?
Let's go back in time right now. This is Gooby's Halo history lesson.
Field, this one's got a chance to get out of here. Gone! Three-run Jimmy Jack first big league home run for Mike Trout.
Allow me to set the stage.
He's just 20 years old. Trout's rookie season officially began on April 28, 2012. The numbers, they speak for themselves. He batted .326 with a .399 on-base percentage, 30 home runs, 83 RBIs, 49 steals. He became not the first rookie, but the first player ever to steal 45 bases, score 125 runs, and hit 30 home runs in a season. Trout ran away with the Rookie of the Year award and finished second in the MVP race to Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera.
I can go on and on about the numbers, but what I remember are the moments.
His first home run of the season, May 5th, Trout golfed a 93-mile-an-hour pitch from Kyle Drabeck out to left center. His defense was nothing short of spectacular. Just ask Gordon Beckham, or Miguel Olivo, or Prince Fielder. In fact, on August 11th, Trout became the first player to rob 3 home runs in a season ever.
And I bet you remember number 4.
Trout at the wall, leaps up, and he makes the catch. Mike Trout with another spectacular grab.
That season, Mike Trout drew comparisons from Mickey Mantle to Bo Jackson. When he was 17 years old, a scout from the Oakland A's filed a report on the kid from Jersey. Under body type, he just wrote Brian Urlacher. Urlacher is in the NFL Hall of Fame, and one day, Mike Trout will have his day in Cooperstown.
Mike Trout's historic rookie season. If you didn't know then, you know now. And that's Gooby's Halo history lesson.
Well done, Mark Gubiza. Great to look back on Mike Trout's rookie campaign. As I mentioned, seems like yesterday, Brian Urlacher. What a comparison that is. And you don't realize it, but if you stand next to Trout down the field, he is put together.
He's bigger than Urlacher right now. I mean, he's grown into that man size. But I tell you what, the one thing I remember about Mike Trout was just the maturity of his approach at the plate. He was just light years above all the young players you typically see, just the way he approaches at bats. And, you know, we see it today. I mean, he still continues to be one of the best in the game at that. I also feel like the 49 steals, that's something that we obviously have gotten away from, but to see the way he changed the game on the bases, running, we saw him dive head first the other night, and we're like, oh my gosh, we haven't seen that in a long time. But again, that takes a toll on your lower half and your body, and broke a thumb for him. So
yeah, Mike Trout, 38 home runs, second to Aaron Judge's 61 in the AL, and he missed 43 games. Tim and I were talking, that's 6 to 10 homers he's missed. Pretty remarkable for number 27, Mike Trout, as we take our final time out here on the program. But when we do come back, we will look to find out where Mike Trout is playing. Yes, he's back in the lineup after missing yesterday. It is the home finale next.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
purchase at participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app. A lot of fries have been going a long way this week as the Angels have won 6 in a row. Won 5 straight on this homestand. Ninja, he loves fries. Let's get some more fries after this one's said and done. Ninja and the kids happy as welcome back outside of the Big A underneath the hat. Ken French, that is Tim Salmon and Tucker Davidson on the hill, making his 11th start of the season, 8th as a Halo. This is a guy still trying to find his way in an Angel uniform. You brought up a great point. We talk about Suarez and Sandoval and Detmers. They've had a chance to kind of find some seasoning this year. Davidson still isn't there yet.
He's not there yet. I think he's a little bit earlier on that learning curve. Yeah. Is that those other guys have, they've got a few more games on their belt up here pitching in the big leagues. But Tucker Davidson, nonetheless, he's a big-bodied left-hander. He's got some stuff. He's got the potential. I think for him, it's going to be just continuing to build into the things that this staff is teaching him, seeing what, this organization, what their approach is, and, and really just kind of coming to grips with what it is they're asking him to do. We've seen the ups and downs. We've seen the games where he walks 5 guys, and then we see the games where he's not walking guys, but he's still maybe getting hit a little bit. Again, it's about, hey, throwing quality pitches, execute them, throw them where you want them. You've seen the lefties in front of you. You throw those fastballs in the periphery of the zone and those sliders down on the back foot of the right-handed hitters, and you'll be successful. All
right, here's the order. They'll back up Davidson here this afternoon. Got to love Trout back in the lineup after missing yesterday. He fouled a ball off his right foot the night before. Shohei at DH. Ward. Hoppy, though, making his final home start, getting it again, his 3rd of his big league career.
It's nice to see this lineup right here. To see this depth, there's a lot of depth right there. I mean, Joe Adell hitting 8th in the lineup, my goodness, and Fletch flipping it over, so good job right there.
All right, it's about time for Angels baseball as they look for their 2nd consecutive series sweep. It is the home finale of 2022. Patrick O'Neill, Mark Gubiza, Erica Wesson will have the call. Angels Rangers coming at you next.
Junk Sleep has Mia traveling down.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Ready or not, here we come. Rise for the rulers. We're in the presence of a legendary movement.
Midwest, the heart of the fan.
Today's ball game is brought to you by Jack in the Box, and for one final home game, it is showtime. Angels and the Rangers on the Halos have won 6 games in a row, and Shohei Ohtani is looking to extend his career high hitting streak to 17 games, which would, heck, I think he's due it. Match his number. Why not? Here with the two-time All-Star Mark Gubaza, I'm Patrick O'Neill. Can you believe it? Here it is, the last home game of the season. It's been such a blast, gone by really fast. What are some of the top moments for you?
Even the energy of the fans coming in the ballpark today, even though the team is not going to the postseason, they said so many great memories, and we've had a number of them here this season too. When you go back, for me, Reed Detmer, that no-hitter was absolutely outstanding. His 11th start in the major leagues, and he goes out and he dominates. He's the 12th in Angels history to throw a no-hitter. He had 11 ground ball outs. He only had 2 strikeouts in the game, but he had great soft contact because he kept the ball down. The defense was outstanding. He threw 108 pitches in completing that game with a no-hitter, but also ground ball after ground ball, soft contact, 11 of them, a double play ball we saw in that last ground ball to Andrew Velasquez. It must have felt like it took a month to get there, but you see the celebration for Reed Detmer as everybody pours out of that dugout to run out there and go in and say, what an effort for Reed Detmer. And then Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a 2-game set he had against the Royals. Comes in that game 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, 2 3-run home runs, but this is his second one where he tied the game up at that moment. He crushed it. The emotion for Shohei Ohtani hit it out, and then he follows it up the very next day with a career high 13 strikeouts. This allowed 2 hits, 8 innings. That's the same Kansas City club that had 6 home runs in the first couple games of that series. He went out and just dominated on the mound, and I love his emotion because he had it working. He touched 101 miles an hour, by the way, with his fastball, slider and split, unhittable, 13 punch-outs.
All that happened this year?
All this year.
Almost had to rework the best moments because on this homestand alone, Shohei flirted with a no-hitter and Suarez flirting with a perfecto. Well, let's see what we have in store today. Angels looking to extend that winning streak to 7 games, which would be a season high, and looking for the sweep of the Texas Rangers. Let's do this one last time here at the Big A. Lineups, first pitch, all coming up.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning, every night on MLB.tv.
Ready or not, here we come. Rise for the rulers. We're in the presence of a legendary movement. No days off, that's the energy around us. This is our house, and we made it from the ground up. We are built for this. Come on, 'cause we built for this.
Angels and the Rangers. Angels have played some really, really good baseball. In fact, going all the way back to the All-Star break, over 500 in that time. An even record against the division, AL West, 36-36, and a chance to win 7 in a row. So finish strong, win out. Here's the batting order for the Texas Rangers. Simeon, Seager, Lowe, Garcia, Young, Huff, Matthias, Smith, and Thompson. And on the bump for the Halos, his final start of 2022 is Tucker Davidson. Amarillo, Texas. It's going to be fun to see what the left-hander can do. Acquired at that trade deadline for Raisel Iglesias, and he's got a bright future. What are you looking for here most, Gooby?
Well, you just want to see him just go out there and feel comfortable in attacking the strikes and using his pitches and build on what we saw last time out. As far as his pace was really good, but he threw a lot of strikes, no walks that last time out. And my go-tos for Tucker Davidson to build on that start that last time out is continue that slider success. He's getting a lot of swing and misses. 25 strikeouts with his sliders. He's getting better feel, nearly 30% whiff percentage. And build on that strike zone command. Very good last time out there. When you get ahead of the count, then you can finish them off with your secondary pitches.
Yeah, and for Davidson, you're right, no walks. That was the first time he hadn't allowed a walk with the Angels. This is his 7th start with the Halos. Take a look at the defense behind Tucker, Adele, Trout, and Ward. Great to see Mike Trout back in the lineup here today after sitting out yesterday with the bruised foot. Rengifo, Soto, Fletcher, and Theis make up the Angels infield, and it's Logan O'Hoppe, his 3rd career game, forming the battery with Tucker Davidson.
Soto out at shortstop, making his 12th start at shortstop, 15 games. He's played in all of them. He's been outstanding at shortstop for the Halos. Ivan Soto showing the range.
What a game for Soto last night with a couple of doubles, an infield bunt single, and scoring the eventual winning run on the contact play at third base. Theis with the RBI. We're underway. Here's Marcus Simeon. As the Angels continue to trend upwards towards the end of the season, it's gone the opposite direction for the Rangers. And Soto on a couple of hops. And you know what? You highlight the man and he makes the play. Did you guys talk together?
It's almost mandatory.
That wasn't an easy play either.
No, he's showing that range and that good throwing arm he has. And comfortable. A young player like it's playing in Double-A this season, making plays like that, make him look easy. It's impressive.
Still under 20 games in the big leagues, and Soto at 22 years old, already showing some poise here in the bigs. So here's Corey Seager. I mean, you look at the, 1 through 4 for the Rangers, all the homers. You have Simeon had 26, Seager 32, Lowe up next 27, and then Garcia with 26.
You see that swing by Seager, by the way. You can see why he runs around with that heavy medicine ball out there to warm up, because he is swinging hard every pitch he sees. Chokes up on the bat, they better control the barrel.
Another big hack.
Remember yesterday, Suarez did a nice job as far as his slider to see if he get a swing and miss. Now with 2 strikes on him, see if he get one out of the zone and a punch out.
For Davidson, this is his 2nd career appearance versus the Rangers. El Demente, Jose Suarez, 7 strong innings, 6 perfect. On the ground, Fletcher's there. Of course he is, 2 down.
2 ground ball outs by Tucker Davidson so far. This is coming in a little over 42% ground ball rate. I love seeing that. They're getting a lot more ground balls with their sliders, their changeups, and even when they start looking for those pitches as hitters, you can still get that fastball and get a ball hit on the ground.
And Davidson now going to be facing the slugger Nathaniel Lowe. Career year for Lowe is 2 for 2 versus Tucker. Trying to hang on to that 300 average, hitting .302 on the season. 2-run home run. That was the only damage off of Suarez last night.
So impressive he was. A lot of strikes. Got a lot of ground ball outs himself, and he's not a big ground ball guy normally, but yes, I love that smile. He's smiling today, but he is super competitive when he's on the mound.
He was happy with the velo. I spoke to him briefly, right? He was like, yeah, 95. He was happy there. Slider, changeup, the change-ups, excuse me.
Yes.
Having some fun there with the Damon Mayshore, Patrick Sandoval. Nice little rotation going for the Halos up in Oakland also to close this out.
Yeah, Sandoval, Lorenzen, and that pitcher named Shohei Ohtani. Those guys are around together all the time, and I'm loving to see how much fun they're having together with that bubble gum on the hats, all those things. It's because they're having a good time and they're working and competing and challenging each other as a pitching staff.
Sandoval, I mentioned, hey, is that Lorenzen that got you with the bubble gum? He was shaking his head, not happy, although he was just joking around. The 3-2 off the plate. That's a 2-out walk to Nathaniel Lowe. Shohei going to be pitching the game 162 of the season. What a game also for Kurt Suzuki last night. I heard him he had a post-game interview with Trent Rush and kind of let it slip that perhaps was his last start of his career last night in the interview. I thought maybe he was going to get a start up in Oakland. Remains to be seen.
But that was also potentially the first time he ever caught a no-hitter perfect game ever. And he was thinking it all along. I'm thinking that is a perfect Hollywood ending.
You talked to him, right? Was he thinking about it? Oh,
yes. Oh, yes. He said, the minute I started thinking about it, then I started stressing, and then boom, they got a hit. Sent me in the 7th inning. I said, no, you did everything perfect last night for a potential perfect game.
Curveball in there to Adolis Garcia. Big slugger for the Rangers. From Cuba to second year. Runner up to the Rookie of the Year, Rosarena. Sitting at 98 RBIs. He can hit 100 with one swing of the bat. Have to be careful.
He get those 2 RBIs against the Yankees.
That's fine.
They have a 4-game series against them.
Last I checked, Judge had been kept in the yard there in the Bronx today. And he's dropped, I believe, about 3 points behind a rise for the batting average, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Rise not in the lineup today for the Twins.
Still sitting at 315. 15 minutes ago, Judge was at 312. He may have had another at-bat since then. A couple of strikeouts today. The Orioles pitching to him, apparently. And Tucker Davidson pitching to Garcia, and pitching nice. Other than that walk, real strong first for Tucker Davidson. Halos coming up.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Hi, I'm CC Sabathia. If Win Reality was around when I was pitching, I would have hated it. But my son Carson's a hitter, and I don't pitch anymore, so I love Win Reality.
Dad, the camera's over here.
Be ready for real. Win Reality.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home.
So cute! 5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better.
Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
At the big A of 2022, Rengifo, Trout, Ohtani. Mike Trout back in the lineup. That's great to see. Then it's Taylor Ward, Matt Tyson, Logan O'Hoppe in his third game in the bigs. Levon Soto, huge game last night. 2 doubles, 3 for 3 in the game-winning run. Joe Adell and then David Fletcher hitting ninth, playing second base. So Tyson Miller is making just his second start. He's a rookie, 6 earned runs, 6 2/3. First time facing the Angels. What do we know?
91-94 with his fastball. Throws about 64% fastballs. Also a good slider, curveball, and changeup. My go-tos to have success against him is you got to make sure and see some fastballs early and do some damage. 294 versus fastball. Make sure his slider is a strike. He gets some swing and misses with his slider. This is a 143 batting average versus his slider.
Tyson was a 4th-round selection of the Cubs. Was claimed by the Rangers off of waivers June of 2021. That was just called a strike. Am I seeing things? Dan Iasonia, home plate umpire here this afternoon.
He's a guy that rides about an arm angle. He's going to ride and try to sink and move his fastball away to a lefty, in on a righty, slider down and in to a lefty, and down and away against a right-handed batter. Let's take a look at his pitch arsenal. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. And what you'll see from Miller today: four-seam fastball 42%, slider 27%, throw a sinker at about 18%, curveball it's under 9%, and changeup, occasional changeup.
And he gets a strikeout of Luis Rengifo, 1 out.
It's that slider he has. It's a pretty tough one.
So Mike Trout's going to get his first look at the 27-year-old Tyson Miller. It's a nice round of applause from the home crowd here. In his final home game of the season. Trout still stuck at 38 home runs, looking to get to 40 in the final 4 games of the season. Warm day, 79 degrees. Get a hold of one, it could travel. Trout's gonna have to bust it down the line. He smells a hit and he is in there. Infield single for Trout. He's got that sore foot, Gooby. Maybe just a little
still got down there pretty quick, real quick. Anytime you got a chance for a base hit, you're gonna get down there a little quicker. A bit of a difficult for Young on the transfer, but Trout, I think, speeding that out anyhow. Knowing Trout's speed, it's going to put pressure on you as a defender. Trout just flying by that bag, picks up a knock, giving Shohei a chance here with a runner on base.
So Shohei Ohtani with a career-high 16-game hitting streak going right now. Picked it up in his last at-bat last night.
By the way, got down to 30.0, which is elite speed for a guy to foul the baseball off his back foot pretty hard 2 days ago.
18 games out of home run for Ohtani.
It's another pitch off the plate. Shohei looking back at Dan Iasonia like, that's a strike. Shohei goes, I got to go on the mound here today.
.34 home runs, 29 doubles for Ohtani.
Lays off that curveball. Not a lot of a big sample size, but usually on the count here, 2-1 to left-handed batter, although it's a different left-handed batter in Shohei Ohtani. He will throw a fastball. Might be trying to fastball away.
Shohei swings through it. You hear the oohs and ahs on the swing and miss. Counts 2-2. center field, and he extends his hitting streak to 17 games. Shohei Ohtani, just a beast.
That is unbelievable. That's a good swing on a pitch. He went back with another fastball, and he lines it left center. So he gets that hit out of the way. So look for him to try to drive a baseball or two the next few at-bats a long way. But that's just a good swing. Not a lot of wasted motion. His hands. So often we talk about getting that foot down, that timing. It's all about hands. And his hands are so quick right now. All parts of the field is on top of everything.
That is a 17-game hitting streak for number 17 and matches the number he put up in Japan. Now Taylor Ward, the batter, swing and miss on the slider. Facing Tyson Miller, his buddy. They went to high school together. Erica Weston will have the full report on that. They formed the Battery in 2012. Shadow Hills in Indio. That one not called a strike. Off the plate, 1-1. Oh, that looks like a gapper. Oh, Taylor Ward is red hot. And he drives in Mike Trout, 1-0 Angels.
So reminiscent of early in the season when these three, when they were bunched together, were just crushing baseballs, scoring at will. Another RBI, 64 RBIs now for Taylor Ward. A pitch down, and he lines it left center. His balance, his hands, super quick right now.
Cut off by Smith, otherwise Ohtani was going to score. He was ready to try to break for home, but held up with only one out. An opportunity for Matt Thaiss to pick up an RBI here and drive in Shohei.
I mean, a guy that has 15 wins on the mound, a 2.35 ERA and 213 strikeouts, has a 17-game hit streak.
Please. Preach.
That's enough,
partner. I mean, unreal season. And he's about to qualify as a pitcher, put together the best season we've ever seen in the history of this game.
Tell you what, Taylor Ward wants to keep this season going the way he's swinging the bat. He is crushing it. Shohei, the same. It's fun to watch these guys. I love the fact when they put these three guys together. It was beginning of the year was Taylor Ward at #1. It was Shohei and Trout. But any way you get those three together in the lineup, you're talking about a deep lineup. It's going to get even deeper in Oakland with Anthony Rendon.
That's right. He is serving Anthony as the final game of his 5-game suspension here today. But for Taylor Ward, he's reached base safely now in 23 of his last 25 games. Entering today during that span, he was hitting .384. He can add a couple of points to that. 17 RBIs now in that span. Way to go, Wardo. And coming into next season, he'll have some of that dad power. Wow, Gooby, that was called.
I'll tell you what, I might. I'm going to loosen my arm up here. If you're going to add that pitch right now, that outside part of the plate against the lefty, I'm feeling pretty good. Wow, I'm feeling real good right now. I can get it out at that spot.
I've got some Advil in my bag too, just to make sure, or for afterwards anyway. All right, so full count, good take. I count. Listen, I don't want to, be too tough on Dan Iasonia early, but 3 baseballs here in the first inning have been well off the plate, called strikes.
Hey, as a pitcher, I'm thinking he's doing a great job. He's outstanding.
So Logan O'Hoppe on deck. Runners at the corners. Already 1-0. Runner goes. Taylor Ward is on the move. That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the rookie, Logan O'Hoppe.
Originally, there was talk about Miller being a bulk pitcher with an opener. But now, starting this game, not a lot of innings under his belt as a major league pitcher, struggling here now.
Yeah, that brings out pitching coach Doug Mathis. Texas has lost 4 straight, 7 of 8, 10 of 13. And limping into the final weekend of the season. Interim manager Tony Beasley. They've lost 91 games. They've won more games than they did last year. However, as far as you look at the last 7 full seasons, 91 losses would be 3rd most. Ohtani, Ward, and now Thice at first. Bases loaded for Logan O'Hoppe. That's a ball.
For Logan right here, you're just looking for something that's on the inner half that he can lift and drive in the air.
His numbers at Double-A outstanding. Off the plate 2-0. Looking to pick up his first big league RBI.
Well, you're just sitting right now on a fastball now if you're O'Hoppe. So they're going to try to sneak in on the inner half maybe.
Way outside, 3-0. Well,
I'm thinking he's taking this one right here. When you miss that far off the plate, you're going to get the same pitch, especially with the base load. The base load changes things up. Because the 3-1 pitch will be the exact same thing as a 3-0.
Can he find the strike zone? And no, he can't. There it is. First career RBI on a walk with the bases loaded for Logan O'Hoppe. And that's another run scored for Shohei Ohtani, and it's 2-0 Angels.
Even though he just walked back-to-back batters, if I'm Levon Soto right now, I'm ready to swing at the first pitch because he's going to be more likely try to guide a fastball in first pitch. Be ready.
89th run scored for Ohtani.
Wow, that's wow. That pitch has been called quite a bit already, and that's at least a baseball and a half off the corner.
The 0-1. Oh, look at Levon Soto. Are you kidding me? He might clear the bases. Oh, he's going to drive in 2. Oh, Levon Soto, the rookie, is just been on fire. 4-0 Angels.
And that's his 5th double already in the show. And I love the fact we've seen him pull the baseball, but hit the ball that hard and that far to left center. That's impressive. And the Rangers have played the Angels so well this season. It's a little bit of a payback in this series so far. Been close games. You got to keep adding on.
The Rangers do lead this season series 10-8. They've won the season series, but man, the Angels have been playing great. Up to a 4-0 lead. 5 doubles for Soto. There's Joe Adell.
Looks like there's some movement now. At least stretching down in the bullpen for the Rangers.
That looked like that pitch was all over the strike zone and not called a strike. 1-0. Soto at second, O'Hoppe at third. Swing and a miss by Adell. Missed on the slider, 1-2.
Infield in increases your chances of getting a hit as a batter at the plate. Less ground to be able to cover as an infielder because the infield is in now. So you're thinking contact if you're Joe Adell.
Still only 1 out.
31 pitches already for Miller. 15 out of zone, 16 in zone.
And the 2-2. That's 5 doubles in only 15 games for Soto. His average is up to 395.
Also 9 RBIs.
Got a homer and a triple.
For a kid, it was a double-A.
Yeah, I was going to say spring training is going to be certainly interesting. The Halos 2023.
Bottom line, the best thing they did was getting that contract signed for Shohei Ohtani. That gives them now, that's done. You don't have to worry about that process. And now you can start adding and getting the guys healthy.
Adele strikes out. 2 away. I mean, with Trout, Ohtani, Ward, Rendon is going to be playing the final 3, hopefully. We'll see if we'll play all 3. There's Fletcher, of course, in the mix.
Such a big part of the success when this team is playing well. Fletch is involved defensively and swinging the bat. He's a contact guy. You need that with all the power in your lineup.
That's big time crooked number here, bottom of the first, 4-0 Angels over the Rangers. Last home game of the season. Sure, Tucker Davidson is liking all this offense as it's a nice long wait.
Especially after a solid first inning for Tucker.
Lined into left field. Smith coming in. Unable to make the catch. It gets down. 2 runs come in. 6-0 Angels. Fletch on a line. Drives in 2 more.
That's that contact made, forcing the defense to have to make a great play. Smith almost made that play. Fletch comes up with a 2 RBI single. Just couldn't quite control that on the dive. Hit the ground anyhow before got to the glove, but kept it in front. Otherwise, Fletch is running for a while.
Nice first inning also for the rookie Logan O'Hoppe. Picks up his first career RBI and first career run scored. Rengifo back up there as the Angels officially hit around. 10th batter to come to the plate here in the first. Next pitch for Tyson Miller is going to be number 40. A 6-run first. on 5 hits. Couple of walks. And Miller ends up getting 3 strikeouts in the first, but a couple of walks, 5 hits, and 6 runs come in. This is the offense that I think all Angels fans could get used to. 6-0 Angels.
It's functional. Fashionable.
Tracks sleep, movement, heart rate, and the battery lasts up to a week. That's a whole lot of function.
Yo, Chris. Yo. Fashion, right? Function. Definitely function.
Fashion. Function. It's all about balance.
Want to get FDA-approved generic Viagra and save hundreds of dollars? RexMD.com has made the process simple. Get from here to here without the hassle of visiting a doctor. To start, complete our free online consultation. One of our licensed physicians will determine what prescription is right for you. If prescribed, we'll deliver your medication discreetly to your door. And after that, let's just say you and your partner are in for a good time. Get started today with RexMD.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Sure. What a bottom of the first inning for the Angels. They hit around, score 6 runs. Top of the second. Angels going for 7 wins in a row. We saw Shohei extend his hitting streak to 17 games. We had a little bit of everything.
Yes, indeed. Keep it rolling.
There's Josh Young, Texas Tech All-American, his rookie season. Remember, he turned that triple play in Texas. I spoke to him about that this afternoon. Never at any level in his baseball life had he been involved in a triple play. Well, nice young man, future's bright. He's a San Antonio, Texas native, and there's Amarillo, Texas on the mound. He's got some pop for sure, but Taylor Ward has plenty of room for the first out. Here the second.
And here's today's Hyundai key for the game today. A little motley crew, home, sweet home. Halo fans at the ballpark here today looking for a 6-game sweep of a homestand here. Home sweet home. It's been very, very good of late here at the Big A. And thank you, Halo fans, for all the support all season long here at the ballpark. There's a lot of energy even coming in the ballpark today. Just want to see something special. They already saw one thing with a 17-game hit streak and also 6 runs at the bottom of the first inning.
Not only all these great fans, Scooby, but all these tremendous Angels employees here at the ballpark that we get to interact with each and every game that we're here. So nice, so kind, so fun to work with.
The smiles on everyone's faces here at work here at the ballpark. It's amazing.
Well, you put a smile on their faces for sure. Neither one of us, I don't think, are great with goodbyes necessarily.
No,
so
I refuse that one. No, I'll see you in a little while.
Right.
A little while.
And Rengifo, it's a fair ball. Sam Huff is retired. 5-3, 2 away. It's another ground ball for Tucker Davidson.
Yeah, 3 in the game. Last night, Jose Suarez with 10. And
And he's not a big ground ball pitcher, but when you get those secondary pitches, something they've worked real hard on. Matt Weiss really done a great job with the pitching staff.
Suarez lowered his ERA under 4. Halos have 4 starting pitchers with sub-4 ERAs. They could have 2 with sub-3. See, with Patrick Sandoval has a chance to lower his under 3 up in Oakland. No one's catching Shohei's 2.35, that's for sure. But Detmers, Suarez, Sandoval, Ohtani, all sub-4. Mathias is the batter.
94-mile-an-hour fastball from Tucker Davidson upstairs.
And I mentioned all those lefties. Tucker Davidson has a good chance to be in the mix for next season also. I know you've spoken to some of the catchers, and of course Matt Wise, and they really like the stuff that Tucker Davidson has. The makeup, the stuff is there.
Yeah, when Kurt Suzuki tells me that, he says, keep an eye on Tucker Davidson. He has a chance to develop into a dominant starter. When he says that, he's caught so many great pitchers in his career. You stop and listen, you go, you know what? You see things there from him. He's made the adjustment now in his delivery. He goes from that stretch position as compared to the full windup he had in the past. Be able to hide the baseball better, be more consistent in the strike zone.
Big pitch here to Mathias, 3-2. Rengifo unable to come up with the backhand. He was a little in between hops right there. That's going to be an error charge to Rengifo. Got the ground ball.
He was just trying to get around the baseball to make the throw. Ended up being an error there for Rengifo.
So let's see if Tucker can pick up Rengifo, who's been really playing some good defense. He'll want that one back. He'd be the first to tell you for sure. Here's Josh Smith. 1 on and 2 outs. Slider just misses. 1-0. Not getting that call.
And that's a strike. That's on the inside part of the plate.
Three and 0. All 3 pitches very, very close on the inside part of the plate, borderline. Bubba Thompson on deck. So a challenge now for Tucker Davidson. He got the ground ball. There was the error to Rengifo, then a 4-pitch walk. Something for him to work through here. You got 2 quick outs. It's a good time for Ohtani to go out there. And while they chat things over, let's give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Logan goes out there. You can almost guarantee he's telling Tucker Davidson, hey, just get a ground ball right now in infield. First, let's get 1 pitch, 1 out. Be taken into the dugout now. Get that offense going again. 1 pitch, get an out.
Well, got the pitch, just didn't get the swing. Very nice.
So he went fastball that spot, followed with a slider.
It's a good pitch, his slider.
Yeah, and then now you have a chance now, because you had 2 pitches lower zone. You can either elevate well above the strike zone, or you get a chase below the strike zone now with a slider.
There's the 0-2. Oh, and a chase. Another good slider. So Tucker Davidson had to work through a little jam and work through it efficiently.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning. Take a crack at the bottom line, please.
L-I. That's live look-ins.
And the next line.
Doc, that's MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, bringing the new season into focus. Only on MLB Network.
Tonight brings you more pennant chase coverage than anyone. So all you gotta do, boom, is watch. Catch the pennant chase every night on MLB Network.
Cool to see some former teammates squaring off after they played ball together in the big leagues, and that is the case for Tyson Miller and Taylor Ward this afternoon, although it might be a tough day for Tyson Miller out there facing his former battery mate. They made up a battery mate, Shadow Hills High School out in Indio, California. Taylor was catching, Miller was pitching. Now, Taylor told me today that they haven't really faced off against each other much since they were much younger playing ball together, about 2 to 3 times. The last time was actually during the lockout. Taylor wanted to face some live pitching, and Tyson was getting some work done out in Mesa, Arizona, so they were able to square off together. But still pretty good friends to this day. He's been able to with over the years. Gooby, how tough is it when you're squaring off against your former teammate and maybe he doesn't have his best stuff that day?
Oh, it's the hardest thing in the world. I'm sure they're not real good friends after that good swing by Taylor Ward also drove in a run there. But yeah, it's tough because you kind of lose your little bit of an edge, especially as a pitcher against a friend at the plate. The same thing as at the plate, thinking, okay, this guy is struggling, he's my buddy, but you know what? You have a job to do. Once he has a different color uniform than you, it's all about helping your team win. But it is tough because that edge you have as a pitcher going against a friend at the plate goes away. I never liked facing a former teammate. It was too hard.
Well, not only that, Patrick, too, but we know how competitive Taylor is when he steps in the box, so we might be good friends with him, but he knows he wants to crush some baseballs, too.
Yeah, and listen, this pitcher, Tyson Miller, when he was a senior at Shadow Hills, Erica, his record was 6-0 with a 0.19 ERA. Taylor had already moved on to Fresno State at that point, and Tyson wasn't drafted, so he went to Cal Baptist University in Riverside. But those were some cool pictures, Erica. Nice find on those.
Credit some inside sources for those photos.
Exactly.
That's right.
That is driven to left field, and that gets down for a hit for Mike Trout. He's 2 for 2. Maybe the speed of Josh Smith, he might try to go over there and dive for that ball, but didn't want to get away. Lead off single.
Trout was able to get down and get that breaking ball off the outside part of the plate. Stayed on it and lines it left field. The pitch before could have been called a strike, was not called a strike, and then he lines this one in the left field, giving Shohei another opportunity with a runner on. 17-game hit streak for Shohei Ohtani, and Trout continues his monster September. Patrick, this is going to be a pretty hard swing right here from Shohei.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's anywhere near the zone.
There it is. I asked Phil Nevin, you know, as a player, do you think about hitting streak? I asked him about his own personal hitting streak. He pretended like he didn't remember. It was 13 in 2005, 13 games. But he said Shohei knows everything that's going on. So, yeah, he said that Shohei knows that he had this hitting streak working. Not that they talked about it, but the 1-1. Oh, there's a big hack. And Shohei strikes out. Curveball got him. 1 down.
Stays upstairs with a curveball, just off balance, just enough to get a swing and miss on that one. Shohei with 14 home runs versus breaking pitches, 18 overall, non-fastballs, but missed that one. Both of them trying not to look at each other too, but the hitter always looks at the pitcher. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Pitcher just trying not to look in. You want to keep that edge.
High school teammates squaring off for the second time here today. Taylor Ward out to left field. That hangs up, and Smith has it 2 down.
That ball was hit hard too again by Ward. He is on fire right now.
40-plus pitches for Tyson Miller in the first. Goes back out there in the second. Gave up a single, a couple of outs. Gives Matt Thice a chance. Walked his first plate appearance. Couple of home runs this season for Matt. 8 runs driven in. And the count's going to be 3-0.
Gotta believe he'll be hacking here though.
Didn't get a chance, missed. First and second, 2 outs.
Second walk already today by Matt Thice.
Back in the first career RBI on the walk. The bases loaded. His third career start, had a hit in each of the first 2 games. Well, that's hit a mile high, but not deep enough. Center fielder Bubba Thompson has it. and the side is retired. Remains 6-0. Angels here at the Big A to the third.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
With season seats. For more information on becoming a season seat holder, call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/season seats. Shohei's deal is locked up for 2023. You're so right. You don't have any of that hanging over the team heading into the offseason. Angels with a 6-0 lead early in the first. We're in the third now. And Tucker Davidson gets a ground ball. Rengifo gobbles that one up and throws out Marcus Semien.
Pretty interesting with Marcus Semien. Every time you see his first at bat or so, he's pretty patient, sees a pitch or two. And as the game progresses, he's aggressive on the first pitch. Aggressive on that one, ground ball out, another ground ball out for Tucker today. Give him now 4 early on here.
Well, the Texas Rangers invested so much in Semien and Seager. They put up some big power numbers. That one stays fair.
Love those quick outs.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Gooby, about the change in the delivery of Tucker Davidson from a couple of starts ago, or really his whole career. He pitched one way, and now he's changed it up. So
and from the full windup, he's on the third base side of the pitching rubber. Now he's in the stretch position on the first base side. Allows him to get inside on left-handed batters, but also hides it and has deception against left-handers. You kind of that crossfire delivery, get more swing and misses. And that's what he had, that 10-day stretch in which they worked on something to make sure his mechanics were right, hiding the baseball better. You got to give a lot of credit to Matt Weiss and the entire analytic department. Connor Hitchcliffe has done an incredible job. A young person they brought in this season has done an incredible job. I asked Matt Weiss about him. He goes, he is brilliant.
Soto somehow comes up with it, but unable to get low, and it somehow got past Tucker Davidson. And so that's the first hit of the game off of Tucker.
I can't believe he even got to that baseball.
Yeah.
Good range. But going back to what Connor has done for the pitching staff, he's down there every day working, and he's a big reason amongst the others in the analytic department as far as working and feeling better with sliders, changing speeds with sliders, different arm angles. You see Ryan Tepera, a little slower slider and a harder slider. You see that with Shohei Ohtani. Just the little work they put together. Wow, there's a lot of one-pitch outs here.
There's a good one, and you got Garcia. Rengifo making a couple of good plays there and takes the force out at second base. 3 scoreless for Davidson.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable pennant chase coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
Get closer to the action.
You gotta be kidding me.
Closer to the big blast.
Way, way, way out of here.
Closer to the great grabs.
Took a home run away.
Closer to the jaw-dropping plays.
Unbelievable.
With more highlights.
He struck him out.
More analysis.
You're going to see athleticism like you've never seen before.
And more live look-ins.
Wow.
Nobody gets you closer to the game every night.
Only on MLB Network.
Runs on 6 hits for the Angels as we head to the bottom of the third. And Livan Soto is going to lead off this third inning. I mean, he is on an impressive run. 3 for 3 last night. 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs here today. And in fact, on Friday night, his last at-bat, just going back in the box scores, his last at-bat, an infield single, so he's 5 for his last 5.
It's a lot of confidence in the field and at the plate.
It's 22. I know Erica had the walk-off interview with them last night. What a game, scoring that game-winning run. And with Manny Del Campo, also with the Spanish translation. But he's got sneaky good English, Livan Soto. Impressive young man. See if he gets a flare knock. Is this guy on fire or what? 6 for his last 6. Keep it rolling, Soto.
Even though he's been hitting it with his driver, he brings out the sand wedge here. He's got the whole golf bag working.
Yes, he does.
Got that just above the handle, but still strong enough to get that into the outfield for a little base hit.
Probably pushed his average over 400 or close to it. 409 as we speak.
All right. So in other words, he's cleaning it up there at the plate, huh?
Come on. Oh, Adele just got plunked. Tyson Miller can't be long for this ball game.
You see that baseball that slipped out of his hand. That's a changeup he threw. And that arm angle, when you throw, you drop your elbow, especially if an off-speed pitch, it's tough to control that.
So 2 on, nobody out, and David Fletcher is going to be the batter. Bottom of the third, 6-0 Angels. Nobody up in the Rangers pen, so Tyson Miller has the responsibility of working his way through this.
They got 4 games in 3 days against the Yankees, including a day-night doubleheader on Tuesday. Remember, the Yankees were supposed to open up the season in Texas, a 4-game set. Can you imagine the crowds they were anticipating for that after signing Corey Seager, Marcus Semien? You have 4 games with the Yankees to open up the season, but it was a race with the lockout. But here they are, 4-game set in 3 days.
They might still get some pretty good crowds,
oh, yes,
especially if Judge is still at 61. There's a ground ball softly hit There's one in time to get two, and out at first, double play.
That was a pretty impressive turn. Simeon and Seager.
Or six
off the bat, they'd have a shot.
I didn't think so. Soto moves up to third, 2 quick outs on the double play. And here's Luis Rengifo's 0 for 2. He struck out twice in the first inning. Led off the game and ended the inning. Now what a season for Rengifo. 17 homers, 52 RBIs. Qualifying hitter, career high across the board. Some soft contact, low, over to Tyson Miller. And despite the first 2 reaching, with nobody out, the Rangers are able to escape without any runs coming in. Still 6-0.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson punching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions. Out with the Mark Gubaza, Patrick O'Neill, Erica West, and our entire Bally Sports crew have had such an incredible time this year with you and this team. I think we have seen a lot of good things this year, and the fact this team hasn't given up. They have played over 500 baseball since the All-Star break. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick, there's been some magical moments here at the Big A of the season, the entire season in general. No, didn't get the way you wanted to, the postseason, but some things that building on, especially when you go back to when you have Taylor Ward, Shohei Ohtani, and Mike Trout bunched together, and then you have Anthony Rendon, Jarrett Walsh, and the rest of the group together being healthy, and the way this young pitching staff is putting it together. There's a lot to like.
Come on.
Like that.
Are you kidding me? What a play by Soto. Got him. Robbery. Josh Young got robbed of a hit. Oh, that's a magical glove from Levon Soto. And that is our Arco top-tier play without a doubt.
Are you selling that already, huh, Patrick? Way to go. That is our Arco top-tier play of the day. A rocket Soto with the glove and the throw. First out, another quick out in this game for Tucker Davidson.
One out. Here's Sam Huff.
By the way, shout out to our men and women in the truck, and all the camera men and women we have an incredible group. Incredible, and thank you for all that great work you've done here at the Big. I know 3 more games up in Oakland, but we have a fantastic crew. It's family. It's all family, and we love you all.
Sure do. There's Dwayne.
There he is. Yes. Way to go. You know, he always has some good stories with the guys going in the on-deck circle there before they go to the plate.
Let's get some great shots,
yes.
doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, big thank you to our crew. There's Rob. Ravishing Rob.
He is ravishing.
It's fun to go to work when you're surrounded by people that you love, you know?
Yes.
And they make it all so easy for us.
Alex. With a great view.
I haven't seen Alex. Soto played perfectly to retire Sam Huff, 2 down. Well, you just need Tucker and Soto to get through this inning.
Two hits at the plate and showing the leather at shortstop. First out of the game was to Soto.
There's Ted. What a great crew.
We do have the best.
And they survived. Remember when it was like 130 degrees out there?
Yeah, but it was a dry heat, though.
Matthias, the batter, with 2 outs. Stewie, Dave Stewart. Pre-game posts, he's everywhere.
And he has a great playlist for music, too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I know. There's George.
Think about how many incredible shots they've gotten through the years, but especially this season. We've talked about all those magical moments, from the no-hitter from Reed Depners to Walshy hitting for the cycle to Anthony Rendon hitting a home run from the left side. Shohei Ohtani, a grand slam here. First of his career, professional career.
Now a 17-game hitting streak. That's a 2-out walk.
And you can see the frustration there for Tucker Davidson on that one. He knows with 2 outs, solid defense behind him, you want to attack the zone. That'll be a conversation when he gets into the dugout. Matt Weiss saying, hey, listen, attack the zone. Trust your defense.
So how about a look at that grand slam? First career grand slam way back May 9th.
Yeah, that baseball's hit pretty hard. The other way, too. I mean, that is gigantic the other way. That's a 390 sign left center.
Matt Thice has some work to do. He's going to get there. He's up, he's okay, and he made the play.
Yeah, you know, he's a big Giant fan. He's showing some Giant defense there. Makes the play, and it has to dive back to the bag.
Whatever it takes. That was a hot shot.
They say nothing worth having comes easy, to which we say they must not have had our sirloin steak with garlic herb butter, because it takes less than 30 minutes to make. No, really. With Home Chef, you get more ways to have super delicious, super fresh meals that are also super easy. So even when you don't really have time to cook, you still have time to Home Chef. Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Also available at select stores. Home Chef, delicious meets simple.
Here comes that rainy day feeling again. And soon my tears, they will be falling like rain. It always seems to be a Monday, leftover memories of Sunday, always spent
So bottom of the fourth, 6-0 Angels, and Mike Trout, who is 2 for 2 in the ball game. Not a bad return to the lineup after missing yesterday's win. Tyson Miller remains in there.
Trout would love that breaking ball in that part of the plate again. It's going inside.
Well inside. Most homers in September and now into October. Trout, Judge, Anthony Santander, all with 10 apiece.
How about Baltimore, the season they've had? They're going to finish now the season over 500 for the first time, it seems like forever. Picked up their 82nd win with that 3-1 win over the Yankees today. Santander has been on fire. That's a good team. That is a good team. It's only going to get better.
They had real chances to get that third and final wild card. And Seattle really scuffled, but they weren't able to get hot in September. But yeah, you're right. Congrats to the Birds, over 500. Aaron Judge, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. So he will not hit number 62 in front of the home crowd. Will he do it in Texas with the final 4 games? But it'll get interesting.
The hardest thing to do is go up there trying to hit a home run. It really is hard. Incredibly hard.
And Mike Trout absolutely crushes that baseball. Is that hard? That one's way gone! He's 3 for 3 and he hit his 39th home run. Pretty easy for him, apparently.
Yeah, he got that breaking ball inner half again. Crushes it out. That had some height to it, too. He talks about exit velocity and launch angle when he knows he's got a home run. And that one there carried it. 109 miles per hour exit velocity for Trout. 39th home run. What a game he has had already. Trouty crushing it.
Wait for it. Out there to the bullpen. They could start their handshake line. Shohei rips that one down the line, just foul. Was that a 37-degree launch angle?
Yeah. So he always says if he has the launch angle and exit velocity, it's got to be a home run, and it is for Trout.
One away from another 40-homer season. What a blast. And that home run is the most against the Texas Rangers that passes the tie with Reggie Jackson.
Got that breaking ball again, just like that pitch earlier in the sequence, but he didn't miss it this time. And that launch angle, 39 degrees, and exit velocity equates home run for Trout.
He was tied with Reggie with 43 homers, most against the Rangers since they moved to Texas in '72. He now has the all-time record with 44.
And Reggie Jackson's old number, 44.
That's right. 3-2. So Trout adds the extra point, make it 7-0. And he chases the curveball, strikes out. Second straight time does Shohei.
Still only the 4th inning. A good chance that Shohei may get a couple more at bats in this game.
Taylor with his third at bat against his high school teammate Tyson Miller. And he's 1 for 2. Let's go to our Kia player profile. Mike Trout, Taylor Ward are on an impressive list of OPS leaders since September 1st. We'll show it to you one more time. That one's fouled away. Just so you can really appreciate the numbers. Judge, Bichette, Trout, Altuve, and Taylor Ward. Minimum 100 plate appearances, on base plus slugging. This is the April and the first little bit of May that we saw from Taylor Ward. He was on his way to an all-star appearance before he injured himself when he hit the wall against Oakland here at the Big A.
And he really has hit everything hard in this month of September, like he did in April and May.
He's got tremendous confidence working right now. Reaches, and he's going to flare one in there for a hit. That's when you know you're going good.
And that's when you have plate coverage. You'll be able to get a pitcher's pitch and still manage to get a hit with it. That's when you've got to be frustrated if you're on the mound here. You make a good pitch, it's well off the plate, and he's still able to punch it into the outfield for a hit.
Think about it. He was his catcher in high school. Do you think he recognized what pitch was coming better than anybody, I imagine? Ward's got his batting average up to 283. If you like that sort of thing. There's Matt Thice. Had a pitch to drive, just missed it.
Yeah, 2 walks already in the game. He's not going to allow Miller to fall behind. He wanted to swing at that first pitch.
This is the longest extended look that Matt Thice has gotten in the big leagues. He can catch, he can play first, he's versatile. Showing you why the Angels took him with a first-round pick out of Virginia. National championship.
But now with Trout hitting 282, Ward hitting 283. Shohei just below that at 276. Soto 409.
And the 1-2. Seven runs and 9 hits already, just in the bottom of the 4th. Right up the middle. And that went off the glove of Tyson Miller and still able to turn 2. Yeah, Josh Young, the third baseman, shifted over. And he played shortstop at Texas Tech and made a nice turn right there.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference. One meal at a time. Get 2 New York strips and 8 ounces of lobster meat free in your first box.
Nice. What? With the Game Time app, I'd pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
Want more hits? Train and win reality. Improve timing, pitch recognition, attack rate, and get more hits. Hitters love it, but pitchers...
I'm glad I'm retired.
Be ready for real. Win reality.
the OC Healthcare Agency. Build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. By Hyundai Epic Adventures. It's your journey on every mile in a brand new Hyundai. And by Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to spectrummobile.com today. And a gorgeous day it is in Southern California. Final home game of 2022. Mike Trout 3 for 3, including a home run. His 39th of the season. Making it look rather easy, is he not? It's Bubba Thompson. Tucker Davidson also pitching very well. He's got 4 scoreless in the books.
Mindset here for Davidson is don't worry about the score. Just continue to pitch like you have been.
Two and one. Davidson looking for his 3rd win of the season.
Good to be able to get back into account with his slider. Not just relying throwing a fastball in that count. You can throw your slider, throw it for a strike, and then you get a swing out of the zone with the same exact pitch like he did last time against Thompson. Out of the zone with a slider.
Slider bounced in there, full count. He was acquired, and that was a pretty big trade. Raisel Iglesias. It was a big offseason signing for the Angels. They also got Jesse Chavez, who's now back with the Braves. Who's this Tucker Davidson? He started a game in the World Series for Atlanta. Did he?
Yes, he did on that one.
Sure did. That's a strikeout, 1 down.
Another swing and miss. That's 6 swing and misses on his slider today. Tell you what, this slider has been an incredibly effective pitch for the entire pitching staff.
And Tucker's first start with the Angels at Seattle, it didn't go his way. 6 earned runs. He also had another start. He allowed 7 earned runs at Houston versus Houston here at the Big A, but he's really starting to lock in. He's shown glimpses of a really, really talented young lefty.
Stuff is there. I think this change in his mechanics is big for him. And he bought into it.
Yeah, did he ever? When I spoke with him a couple days ago, he was thrilled about the change in the mechanics. Said he was working really, really hard. His shoulder, you know, he had to reach across just to find a way to get the ball to home plate. This is a whole new look for him.
By the way, we saw Matt Weiss. He really is entrenched watching every pitch his pitchers on the mound throw. And all the times we see him and how every at bat, every swing by the opponent against his pitching staff, it means so much to him, how much he puts into it, how much it means to him. And he's done an incredible job with the staff. When you look at the numbers say it has been a very good staff. From the starting staff, the bullpen is coming together now. There's been some changes down there as far as personnel, but it's been really good when you look at this starting staff and what he has done.
That bullpen from September on has been great. Really good. Jimmy Herget, you know, with his ability to save games late. That's a walk Simeon. And this is the area that, you know, that's 4 walks for Tucker Davidson that he's going to want to clean up.
Yeah, he's got to clean it up, but he hasn't missed by a lot. That's the thing you're looking at, even though there's the walks, and you want to eliminate that, especially when you have a significant lead. There hasn't been a lot of misses by a bunch. Still some work to be done. He's been pretty effective his 3rd time through. Unlike when we talked about with Suarez yesterday, his 3rd time, 214 batting average 3rd time through. Looks like that could have been called a strike on the inside corner. Logan O'Hoppe going out right away again. Remember the last time we went out the quick conversation, things worked pretty well. So you see that? That's a young catcher running out there, seeing something, what he's seeing from his pitcher. He wants to make sure he's on the same page and trusting what their game plan is going to be. You know he's going to be swinging. Corey Seager is very aggressive.
Yeah, that one's hit pretty good. High. Taylor Ward going back. Is he going to run out of room? Now, that's gone. Yeah, that is gone. That's a 2-run home run for Corey Seager. Taylor tried to bring it back. 33rd homer for Seager, and it's 7-2.
Well, that walk too. Then a 2-run home run, just like last night, a 2-run home run. Nathaniel Lowe is coming to plate now. This one by Seager, you know he's going to be looking inner half. He got that pitch inside, and he had the launch angle to lift that one up.
So close to bringing that one back. Yeah, it's off the wall.
Scott Haas, not quite that high up there.
Nathaniel Lowe has walked and reached on an infield single. That's going to bring that Wise out for Chad as he falls behind 2-0. Jaime Barria is starting to loosen up in Halo's pen. Jaime's been so effective in that role exactly.
You want to finish on a strong note this season if you're Tucker Davidson. So right now you got to get back and think, I got to get an out right here. Can't look ahead. Let's go in there in attack mode. I thought Suarez did a great job after the 2-run home run he gave up yesterday. He made some really good pitches right away. He's aiming the baseball right now.
When that happens, it's just the mechanics that go out the window.
The hardest thing to do is to throw a strike when you're aiming the baseball, because instead of just trusting your delivery, your mechanics, and the baseball will just come out of your hands effectively, then you're starting to guide the baseball, and it's hard to throw that at first strike. It's to clear your mind right now and think, okay, go out there and attack. You've got a lot of ground balls in this game. See if I get another one. It's somebody in the infield.
Garcia, the batter. For more on how Suarez was able to get out of that 7th inning. Great pitching performance. Erica, what do you got?
Yeah, Patio, he was determined to get through that 7th inning, finishing the season on a high note, and he sure delivered, not just for himself, but also because of some extra motivation from his pitching coach, Matt Wise. I asked him after the game how much he was thinking about the fact that he was carrying that perfect game into the 7th inning. He said, I was just simply focused on getting through the 7. And why? Well, because there was a friendly little wager between Suarez and Matt Wise. He bet him that he would indeed go 7 innings in his final outing of the season, and he did. But I asked Suarez this morning if he ponied up. Did Wise pony up? He said, I was just kidding. I was just joking. I don't know. We'll have to see. But in any case, it was a great final outing with some added motivation for sure.
That's a nice little side info. Maybe we'll have to wait and see if that happened. That transaction happens on the plane. And you saw Suarez in that clip pointing at Wise.
Yeah.
You won't be.
Yeah. He's also pointed up the scoreboard. I got through 7.
That's tremendous. Thanks, Erica. Driven left field, hit well by Garcia. That's going to skip into the crowd. Ground rule double. So Garcia picking up his 33rd double, and Lowe is going to have to stay put at 3rd base. And that's going to do it for Davidson. Phil Nevin is coming out with the hook.
That walk to Marcus Semien changed things all up for Tucker Davidson. Otherwise, a very solid outing.
Yeah, hit a wall here in the 5th, and he is not going to get a decision in this ball game. Pitching change, Barria coming in, and we'll be right back.
From inside jokes.
Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis.
To insiders' perspectives.
I like over 5.5 strikeouts on Walker Buehler.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record.
It is caught! Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Visit angels.com/social for a list of the official team's social media accounts. I can tell you that Angels Twitter account, Insta account, awesome, great photography. We have some excellent photography. There is Steve. We're going to continue to show it. You are awesome camera crew that we have here. The Big 8. There's Brian. How you doing? Brian, good to see you. Thanks for everything this year. Got our robo operators as well. Darren, John, Lee, Brad. You guys are the best. Thank you all very much. That's the robo working. Are you happy? Okay, good. You kind of maybe want the pace of play perhaps to pick up, knowing y'all. We're in the 5th, and it's 7-2, Angels. Final home game of the season, and Jaime Barria is now on. And Josh Young is the batter, 2nd and 3rd. Long way to go. And can Barria escape this jam and prevent those runs from coming in and being charged to Davidson? That's some soft contact. Soto coming in, charging, throwing. Getting Young.
Really good play there by Soto. Slow roller his way. He's got to be quick on a transfer. Gets that second out of the inning.
Yeah, it's important out. One run does come in to score to make it 7-3.
See where he's playing back, so he's got to come in quickly and not only make that play, that baseball stayed low and still quick on the transfer. Nice play by Livan Soto.
Yeah, no hesitation, right? Knowing you got a great defender to your left and Fletcher, he took charge, made the play. Solid whip, ERA, opponent batting average for Barria. Former starter, Jaime Barria, but I don't know if embracing the role is the right way to put it. He probably wanted to start.
I really think this is a very effective role for Barria.
I agree.
And it's such an important role.
Right into the Rangers broadcast booth. See Janikowski, Dave Valley, Allen over there.
You know Dave Valley was going to make that play. Catcher there. Believe it or not, he was a catcher, Dave Valley, for Mark Langston. They were together in Seattle back in the day in Chattanooga. Double-A back in 1983.
83?
Well, I should say 2003. I'll say 2003.
A nice play made by a fan. Caught it with his hat. And gives it to his son to his left with the hat. Doesn't always work. Quick thinking.
Dad?
Thank you. Wow, nice play. Sam Huff, the batter, counts 1 and 2 with 2 outs. Maria looking to put him away here. He's got good movement on that sinker. Excellent slider, too. Out towards center field, Mike Trout is there, shading the sun, and he has it. That's not an easy play, but he made it. Maria comes in, 1 run, charged to Davidson, and 7-3.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Seven to 3 here, bottom of the 5th inning. Angels up on top, scored 6 in the first, and then Trout adding on with a solo shot in the 4th, his 39th home run. He is 3 for 3 in the ball game. Speaking of home runs, Judge was 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts at home and a loss to Baltimore. So the Yankees are going to go finish up against this Texas Rangers team for 4 games. Just speculating here, let's say that, and I'm not rooting against Aaron Judge any way whatsoever. Let's just say, because we know it's coming down to Judge and Ohtani, and the national media, especially on the East Coast, already anointed Aaron Judge the AL MVP before letting the season play out, at least in my opinion, what I've been watching on television and on radio. If he doesn't get to 62 and he doesn't win the Triple Crown, I think that the writers will still sway towards Judge for the MVP.
I mean, because of the fact that they've won and they're going to the postseason, that's going to help Aaron Judge, and he's meant so much to the Yankees, and his numbers are great. But still, when you look at the body of work for Shohei Ohtani, from both sides, from the pitching side, from the hitting side, it's hard to not say he's the MVP. It's just impossible to say he's not the MVP. When you have players like Carlos Correa already saying he's the best player he's ever seen cross the lines that go on and play the baseball game. Already, I mean, and he's saying the same thing what he's done this year. I mean, Aaron Judge was saying the same thing when he saw him in the All-Star game. Shohei is the best player right now. What he's done in these last 2 seasons,
yep,
remarkable. But Aaron Judge, I mean, if he doesn't get that, I don't even know if that really even comes into play. I still think they feel that what he's put together as far as carrying the team himself, that's going to weigh, regardless if he has another home run or not, because 61 home runs is still incredible.
Yep. Yeah, it is. The Angels could win out and finish 10 games under 500 at 76 and 86. And, you know, the goal is always to make the postseason. They'll finish 3rd in the AL West, and certainly not good enough by anybody's expectations. However, this Angels team, you know, they swept Toronto. It's a playoff team. I saw them take 2 out of 3 against the Yankees here, you know, at the Big A.
By the way, Shohei won both those games with home runs.
He did. Yeah. And single-handedly, he beat Seattle on the mound and also with what he did with the bat. That gets through, skips past Soto. How are you going to score that?
That's a hit.
Oh. And then he's just squaring up the baseball. Gets by Seager.
Yeah, impressive what you're seeing from Soto. But, yeah, I mean, to have those type of numbers and have a 17-game hit streak like he does right now, Shohei Ohtani, and what he's doing throwing the baseball during a stretch in which he has a 17-game history, 213 strikeouts, 161 innings pitched. I mean, you can make an argument he's one of the top 2, top 3 pitchers in all of baseball right now. And the same thing you say, swinging the bat, running the bases, all those things. Phenomenal player. Regardless of anything, he's just a phenomenal player that everyone just stops and watches. I was lucky enough to see one of those guys a long time ago, and that would be Bo Jackson. And everybody, opponent, teammate, people watching the game at the ballpark or on TV, every time Bo Jackson would step onto the field, whether the plate or in the outfield, it's the same thing with Shohei right now. Whether he's on the mound or at the plate, and his emotions he's showing. Just the other day after he gave up that hit when the no-hitter, he's going that tunnel vision again, going right back to what I need to do to finish off this inning. I mean, it's amazing.
Nobody has ever put together a season like this one this year than Shohei Ohtani, with what he's done at the plate and on the mound to qualify. With 161, he'll qualify with 162, have one final start. And who knows what he can do up there in Oakland in his final start of the season.
I think Shohei said it best. He said he is better this year than he was last year.
You're right. Regardless of how they decide to vote, has it ever been awesome to watch him play this great game this year and again next year in an Angels uniform? And I say run it back, because I like the vibe of this team, the way they're playing. And you're going to add on. They'll get better. Perry Manassian is a competitive guy. He wants to win as much as anybody. Well, was scored a hit. And Soto is at first base, and what a game. He is 3 for 3.
Stayed in well against the left-handed pitcher.
That's good points, right? John King, the lefty on the hill. That's a strikeout for Adele. Last start for Shohei Ohtani was right here, and it was one of the best pitching performances. I don't care who he's up against. He had it all working, and he was at the minimum. And the 24th batter of the game finally got a hit.
I mean, even go back to 3 strikeouts on his cutter. And he had 1 all season. So whenever he doesn't have one pitch necessarily working that day, he has 3 or 4 other pitches. He has a whiff percentage about 34% or higher on 3 or 4 other pitches. And I love the fact he's using that sinker, because that's going to make him even better next year.
He struck out 10 or more 10 times this year. 230.
Nobody's done that in big leagues this year.
2 down. Here is David Fletcher.
By the way, how great was that fan reaction to Shohei? They were into that every single out as he was getting closer and closer, thinking a no-hitter. And then when he walked off the mound, the standing ovation they gave him was pretty cool. And Shohei acknowledged it. He's usually, I mean, he's emotional now. You're seeing him showing emotions on hits, plays in the field, plays he makes in the field, and strikeouts, all those. But he was loving what he saw from the fans here.
Fletcher flares that one to right field, goes foul. And yesterday, Shohei named the team MVP, voted on by his teammates, and also winning the Aiden Hart Award as the team's top pitcher. You know, we get to see him each and every day, and we see how hard it is to post both sides of the ball. It's remarkable.
And it's sometimes hard, especially if you're back east where the games are starting at 10. So they don't get a chance to see what we get a chance to see every day.
This is game 154 for Shohei. It leads the team in games played. That's a pop-up. Seager has it and retires the side as King comes in and gives up a hit to Livan Soto, his 3rd of the game. We head to the 6th, 7-3 Halos.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza!
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Raise the team batting average, this late in the season, but they're up to 233. It'll go up to 234, I imagine, after this game. At one point, they were like at 227.
Yeah.
Flirting with a all-time low.
Cole Calhoun at the plate now. Still a fan favorite here at the Big A.
Gold Glove winner out there in right. Possibly his last season with Texas. Former teammate of Jaime Barria was not hacking at that first pitch. That's a surprise.
Yeah, because he's usually doing his damage the first or second pitch.
Began his career as an Angel. Started his family. And great moments here. Rolls over that. Coming in on it is his former teammate David Fletcher to make the play, one down.
It's amazing when you look at his numbers, though. The first and second pitch, what he hits. I mean, they're incredible numbers for Cole Calhoun. But that third pitch and on, it drops. So that's why you see him aggressive, and he does a ton of damage his first two pitches. Third pitch, though, about 200 batting average, grounds out.
He dropped his batting average from 200 to 199. There's Josh Smith.
Tell you what, Cole made some unbelievable diving plays in the outfield here. I mean, unreal diving plays. And he made Mike Trout a better center fielder also. Those two played long toss all the time, and that's how the best way for Trout to strengthen up his arm out in center field. Still never forget that time where I think it was up in Toronto where Cole Calhoun made a perfect throw to the plate to finish off a game. He was so excited about that one. And he had been struggling swinging the bat, but his throw to the plate, he had a great throw to the plate against the Dodgers.
Yeah, that one I'll never
close
forget.
It out.
Yeah. Total disregard for his body also on some of those diving catches.
The flying Calhoun.
Yes. And right at David Fletcher in the shift. Enjoy that while it lasts. Because next year, he will not be able to be positioned there. Here's Bubba Thompson 0 for 2, couple of Ks. He's got tremendous speed. I don't know. Rengifo made a barehanded play, but no way you're going to get him.
Remember, he had a bunt hit against the Angels. He punted down the first base line. So you know he's going to be up thinking about stealing a base now. This will be a test for Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate. His pop time on average in the minor leagues is 1.9. Average pop time about 2 seconds. He's quick.
Has he had an opportunity to even throw anybody out?
Yeah, there's
yet
been a couple stolen bases, but there were a couple of them where you weren't even going to make the throw to second base.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want to see that, you know, the pop and the accuracy of the arm.
And Aaron Loop warming up quickly, just in case. With Simeon, they got Corey Seager on deck. Now, Jaime Barria is one of the toughest right-handed pitchers to steal against. He holds the baseball well. He's got a quick move. He's quick to the plate. This will be real interesting because this is a great base stealer at first. So he's got that quick leg kick.
First base coach Josh Johnson trying to give him a number on that delivery from Barria. Had Thompson breaking back to first on the first pitch.
See how quick his footwork is. It's very, very fast. I still like that one where you, right now, you get in that stretch position, you step off. See if you can freeze him, and then you try that again, step off and throw over the first. See, now next year, as a base steal, you can two. You can just go.
And you can't step off and not throw. And that's going to be fascinating.
He's definitely going here now. He's leaning. Oh, quick enough to the plate.
And slider had serious depth to it. Simeon missed it badly. 1-1. 0 for 2 with a walk.
Barria has allowed 8 stolen bases in 15 attempts in his career. That's impressive.
Popped up. Fletcher calls for it and takes care of business. Jaime Barria, just that infield single. He's been excellent all year.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
He caught it! Oh, you won't see a better one than that!
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Covering the pennant chase? Serious business.
Boys, get on my back. You got no respect for me.
No. Believe in me, baby.
I'm playing Tetris so much I'm going cross-eyed.
It's no-nonsense analysis straight from the source.
Scotty knows.
I got donuts.
This time of year, we bring our game faces to work.
Whoa, coming at you. When we're on that couch, we are locked in.
Start flapping my arms.
Cole Calhoun, the former Angel, is in his old stomping grounds out there in right field. Pinch hit, grounded out, and remains in the game for defense. Top of the order for the Angels, leading 7-3. Luis Rengifo, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani.
Rengifo get the hit from that right side now, where he's just crushed a baseball.
Up the middle, King snags it and out number one. Last time up for Mike Trout, my partner Mark Gubicza had something to say.
The hardest thing to do is go up there trying to hit a home run. It really is hard, incredibly hard.
It's not that hard, apparently.
Well, if you're Mike Trout, it is.
Right after you said that, you saw him hit that one. What did you think? This guy is insane. Or fly, Eagles fly.
I just said fly, Trouty fly on that one.
I just heard a go Team USA.
Yeah, and a lot of people on social media call him Captain America. Well, he is the captain. Team USA, he is Captain America, another Marvel hero.
It's in there 1-1. Trout's never got a hit off of John King, the lefty. He's 0 for 6. He's busy.
Doing it all himself.
Yeah,
Kelly Leak right here.
Amanda was the pitcher, though, right? Unless Rudy somehow got in there for some mop-up duty. Here comes Shohei, who extended his hitting streak to 17 games. And he did it right off the bat in the first inning. 17-game hitting streak. A career high.
First pitch fastball, a little over 70% of the time from King to a lefty.
And that's a high chopper. Look at him get down the line, and a strong throw. Josh Young, rookie third baseman, makes the play. Angels retired in order to end the 6th.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning. Take a crack at the bottom line, please.
L-I. That's live look-ins.
And the next line.
Doc, that's MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, bringing the new season into focus. Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Seventh inning here at the Big A on a Sunday afternoon. Great to have you with us here. Final home game of the regular season for the Angels. Here's Aaron Loup. I think for Aaron Loup, getting to 65 games would be a good number for him. That's what he mentioned to me, is that this will be his 64th game of the season.
Well, generally, if Aaron Loup is getting in games, that means the Halos are leading, so you want to see that. Here after today, 3 more games up in Oakland. By the way, some magical stuff going on up in Seattle for Oakland. It's Caprillion dealing. It's not allowed to hit yet.
Ooh.
Always pulling for an OC kid.
No doubt. Take a peek at that box score. Corey Seager, last time up, 2-run home run off of Davidson. Just missed that one. Taylor Ward drifting over. That had some hang time on that fly ball, 1 down.
But when you put it in perspective, well over almost 42% of the time he's swinging at the first pitch. And he does a lot of damage on the first pitch. Just missed that one. And you know that when you're going through the meetings as far as your pitching staff going against a team, and you know Seager's swinging at the first pitch, but you still don't shy away from throwing a strike to him. Then you have to hit your spot. You can get him out with the first pitch, save some of those out pitches as the game progresses.
You faced some of the game's greatest hitters in your era. Who was one of those hitters that were always?
Kirby Puckett was one who was swinging at the first pitch all the time.
Wow.
I mean, Seager, those numbers, he's got 10 home runs on the first pitch put in play, but he's also at 258, so 33 for 128 coming into game. So there's an out on occasion on that first pitch. If you get a quick outlet at on one pitch, it's still worth trying to get him out first pitch. Just make sure you hit your spot. If you don't, he's going to hit it a mile.
Nathaniel Lowe is 1 for 1, a couple of walks off the mound right to Soto, and he makes the play. Retiring Lowe for the first time today.
Tough little hop too. There was this little spin on it, hits the back of the mound and goes the other way, redirected, but still nice play by Soto.
Starting to get a sense that he's feeling really confident out there. Ivan Soto, shortstop, played third yesterday. Adolis Garcia now. Soto has on his glove La Pampara, which means magic. It's kind of a slang term coming out of the Dominican Republic for the Venezuelan. Garcia with a double last time up. Well, at the end of the bat, Joe Adell drifting back a couple of paces, and he has it. And a 1-2-3-7 for Aaron Loup. Stretch time here at the last game at the Big A.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on Earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
It's cheating. It's not even fair.
It's like the hitters know what I'm gonna throw every time.
I hate win reality.
I love it.
Be ready for real. Win reality.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
He's done it again. He is a machine. Albert Pujols hitting his 702nd career home run. Oh, scramble for that baseball. Nice grab. I mean, how can you even explain, other than the fact that we got to know Albert so well in his time here, and really happy for him, and just amazed at how he, at his age, has been able to have such a dramatic season.
How cool of it is his good buddy Mike Trout hits a home run here today, and then Albert hits a home run too, so you bring it all together. And Trouty learned so much from watching Albert and his work ethic every day. I think it's made Trouty the type of player he is right now.
What an ending to a Hall of Fame career for Albert
Thank you,
Pujols.
Angels fans, by the way. You guys have been outstanding all year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know what, and we have a lot of interaction with the fans on social media. Some are frustrated, but the majority, I'll have to say, have been incredibly positive.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're playing like this towards the end here, and you guys are battling all the way through. Some special moments. We've highlighted that a lot, from a no-hitter from Reed Dempner's to Jarrett Walsh hitting for the cycle, to Shohei Ohtani hitting his 100th career home run early in the season. I mean, there's been an incredible thing. Immaculate inning by Detmers. I mean, there's been so many good things. The maturity and the confidence gaining by the young pitching staff. Taylor Ward putting up these type of numbers. Trouty only one home run away from 40 this season. And Livan Soto, what a story he's been.
And Taylor Ward gonna reach on a single, another hit for Taylor, his third of the game.
So things to like, but you got to be hungry. You got to go, okay, this playing well here in the end, but you got to carry that into momentum in spring training. There's going to be some players leaving camps at certain times with the World Baseball Classic going on. But you got to think, okay, there's a lot to like about it, especially with the staff. And I'm just hoping that you look at Michael Lorenz and what he's done with these young pitchers on the staff, and he's throwing the ball well himself. I'd like to see Loki back again next season too.
Right.
It was a dream of his to be back being a starter and pitching for the Angels, so a lot to like. Matt Duffy, who's done a really good job himself up here pinch hitting now. There's been a lot of really good things, and again, the goal has not been reached as far as the postseason, but now you're seeing if you have guys healthy. We're going to see Anthony Rendon in the next couple days up in Oakland, and Phil Nevin has done a nice job getting these guys to continue to play hard all the way to the end when it's easy to just kind of go through the motions and try to stay healthy and not have to worry about getting hurt at the end of the year. You've seen these guys playing hard all the way to the end.
So he's a real good players manager, and that was driven by Duffy and Fowl. Little small goals, right? Obviously not the big goal, but small goals like finishing over 500 versus the division, the American League West. A win today, you will be 37-36 with a chance to get to 40 wins. It was a struggle in the years past within the division. That's a positive. Certainly a winning streak towards the end, very positive as well.
They're going to miss those conversations with Angels fans coming into the ballpark, leaving at the end of the day. So much fun. So much fun just talking baseball with them and how they appreciate what they're getting a chance to see. One of the all-time great players ever, Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. I mean, historic, once-in-a-generational type players in those two, and they're coming to the ballpark every day to see that. I mean, it's fun. And they realize that. They realize it. Some great fans here.
Well said. First at bat here for Matt Duffy this afternoon. And he's going to draw a walk.
Been a lot of walks out of that first base position.
That's true.
Matt Thice, a couple walks now. Matt Duffy.
A lot of reason to be excited about Logan O'Hoppe.
By the way, his second at bat, he just hit one out. Just missed it. And he had a lot of home runs. What, 26 total in the minor leagues this season.
Nice take right there. He's trying to settle in. All the emotions and nerves that go into making your big league debut. His parents were here, twin sister, close family friends. Seems like he's got a real strong work ethic.
Yep.
No nonsense, but also very approachable, easy to talk to.
Been having Kurt Suzuki and Max Stassi to be around to be able to talk about the catching position, the art of calling a game and working with the pitching staff. Saw that a couple times where he went out to talk to Tucker Davidson today.
"22 years old, acquired from the Phillies for Brandon Marsh, immediately became the top prospect in the organization. And that gets through to left field. He's so close to picking up his first career RBI, but Gallego wisely holding Taylor Ward. Oh, yeah, that's right. He got the RBI on the walk, but with a hit. How about that?
Yes.
But he gets a knock. For the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. So Soto with the glove. What's a better play? This one right here, tough hop, or the next one coming up when they throw the ball around the infield?
That play right there is incredible. That baseball is already going into the outfield grass.
Or this one?
Come on, the hops.
What is? Take the call.
Yeah, I got to go with the hops. I got to go with the hops. You weren't expecting that.
No.
You're kind of, you can see with the prep step, you're ready for a hot shot your way, but not that throw, and he was able to make the play. I'm going with that one.
All right, thank you.
Basketball season, NBA season is right around the corner.
That's a great catch by our camera crew that we've highlighted today. They come through each and every game. Edgar come up with that. Look at him trying to go 4 for 4. Doubled up. Duffy didn't get back. The call was made by David Arrieta, the second base umpire. We'll take a look.
Alertly throws a quick throw over to Seager at second. Gold Glove winner and Marcus Semien.
I don't think they're going to challenge. Two down. Duffy doubled up on the hot shot by Soto, who continues to square up the baseball. On the ground, that gets through. Joe Adell picking up an RBI. Ward scores. Angels add a run on 8-3.
Nice one there for Joe Adell, getting that RBI, getting that run home. Fastball lower third. He's hit some baseballs hard on that lower third. Phil Nevin was talking about that before the game. That home run to center, that rocket to left center. By the way, our good buddy Wally Joyner was just checking in. He says, hey, way to go, Halos.
Nice.
Just have to tell you, Wally Joyner on board.
Hanging with us here today.
Anytime you can bring in Wally World, you got to give him a little shout out.
Probably shot a 71. Par 72, give him a 1 under. Well, Hoppy at second base. Adell at first. Here's David Fletcher. Eight runs on 13 hits.
By the way, I think Wally Joyner would have loved that new dimensions out in the outfield there, that yellow line. He might have picked up a couple more home runs. Just thinking, I know GA always talks about that. Wally might have picked up a few more.
I think you're being, you're undershooting him with just a few. I thought you're being sarcastic. Maybe 30 more. What do you think?
Even if he had one more, he'd be happy.
That gets through. Oh, Hoppy rounding third. There's a play at third base.
He's not going to score. He's not going to score.
Run does not score. Adele is gunned down at third before the run could cross the plate. So Fletcher missing out on a golden opportunity for another add-on run. You see Ohtani not reaching way out at third base. That'll end the seventh, 8-3.
To get more hits out here, start training in here. Introducing Win Reality. Game speed pitches anywhere, anytime. Hands in sync with eyes. Confidence in sync with your progress. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home.
So cute! 5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better.
Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
Here this afternoon, 13 hits in multi-hit games by Trout, Soto, Ward. I mean, the hit parade goes on.
Gotta love to see that. 3 guys or 3 knocks apiece, but I think more importantly is there's only been 1 inning today where they haven't had men on base, and I tell you what, that's how you put pressure on a team. Get ducks on the pond any way you can, take the walks, put the pressure on the pitcher and see what happens, and good output tonight for the last home game of the season for the Angels.
And Shohei Ohtani delights the crowd, extending his hitting streak. We'll talk about all that in the post-game show, but right now to the top of the 8th inning, we head back inside to Patrick O'Neill and Mark Gubicza.
And thanks to your guys' hard work all season long, Frenchie, Kingfish, appreciate that. Tim Salmon brought up ducks on a pond to Ken Frenchie. He got all excited. You know, hockey coming right around the corner for him.
Hockey right around the corner? Isn't that about the 11th or 12th?
Yeah, I know the 11th for the Kings is the opener. So Frenchie and I will split allegiances during the hockey season. But brothers in arms during baseball. Andrew Wantz is on the bump for the Halos. He's another guy that has really pitched well out of the pen here in the second half.
He's been a lot of those high leverage situations, been very effective.
Foul away count's going to be 1-2. Josh Young, and then you have Sam Huff on deck, and then you're going to get the shadows across home plate. It's going to be tough for these hitters the rest of the way. Maybe about a couple of minutes. Have some good vision before you're not going to see the spin on that baseball. Young's 0 for 3, picked up an RBI, but defensively he's been very, very good. His younger brother Jace was a 12th overall selection. The Tigers, 2022, also went to Texas Tech, but he strikes out. There's one down. So more fun in the Angels dugout. So there you see El Demente, Jose Suarez. Is he going to get Lorenzen? Is he going to? Oh, so close. Oh, that's it. Loki saw it there. He knew it was coming. Oh, and look at Lorenzen. Lorenzen's got his own ready. He's going to try to get Stefanik. We'll have to keep you updated, or Erica down there can let us know if it happens. And when it does. Was that a skill of yours?
No.
Okay.
No.
Admitted to that?
Yeah, that was a quick no on that one. I wasn't good at that one, no.
Who was the best that you encountered as far as, you know, the old hot foot hijinks going on in the dugout?
We had a few guys like that. Jeff Montgomery was pretty good on a lot of things like that. Yeah, Monty.
Were you kind of like Kirk Gibson, like don't touch my hat, don't put?
Well, no, you know that, you know.
Don't touch your gear, your clothes, your hat, your uni.
No, I'm not a.
Or suffer if they did, they would suffer.
No, I'm not a big. I wasn't big into close talkers or sidlers or anything like that. No, I like my distance.
Huff is 0 for 3. We do keep enough distance up here, though, right?
Yes.
All right. Just making sure. Davidson, Berea, Loop, and now Wantz, who was unavailable yesterday. That's a 1-out walk.
You can almost guarantee Cole Calhoun, especially with those shadows working its way into home plate, he will be up there swinging first pitch. The crowd always appreciates Cole.
26,041 announced attendance here today in the last home game. 2022, only 3 left after today. Halos looking for their first 3-game sweep of the Rangers here at the Big A since 2018. 4 years ago, September 24th to the 26th. Looking for their season high 7th win in a row. Last 7-game win streak also in 2018, April.
Try to get him to go after his changeup, and that's a pitch that he's really starting to feel good with. Andrew Wantz, his changeup. That changeup he just tried to guide in.
1 on, 1 out, and a full count coming to Cole Calhoun. A shift over to the right side.
And after that high fastball, might have been a little bit above the strike zone.
Previous inning ended with Adele being thrown out of third before the run crossed the plate. I guess these are little learning experiences for the young Joe Adele as the season goes on. Ball 4, back-to-back walks now, first and second. Calhoun worked a walk. Wise is going to go out and have a chat with Josh Smith due up. Final 3 games, things are interesting around baseball, especially in the National League with the NL East and the wild card.
And the magic number for the Phillies to make the postseason now is 1.
With Milwaukee, wow, they really coughed that one up yesterday. To our Angels family, whether a fan from the start or new to the team, we thank you for your support throughout the entire 2022 season, and we look forward to seeing you next year. That's a big thank you from all of us here at Bally Sports West to you here at the Big A or across the country, across the world. We appreciate your support, hanging with us, ups and downs, and you better believe back at it strong in 2023.
Been outstanding all season long here at the Big A. By the way, Milwaukee lost again today in extras.
That could be.
To keep in mind, the Phillies end the last 3 games of the season. They're in Houston. Magic number at 1, though.
Yeah, not quite a dagger, but close to it. That loss to the Marlins by the Brewers. So we're going to miss 0-2. Pretty decent game with the Mets and the Braves tonight.
Oh, wow.
Bassett
what a series.
Yeah, Bassett and Morton. The Braves just re-up Morton.
Yep. An option and another option after next season. Thought he was going to be close to being at that point where he's going to retire. He's been great, though. They're a scary team.
It's like Wentz was glancing back at Huff, wants to reset on the signs. No peeking. Big pitch. Get out of this 8th inning. Swing and a miss.
Good adjustment on the slider there to be able to get a strikeout. Good conversation. Matt Weiss out there to him.
2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
See how good that slider is, down and in. It's tough for a hitter now to read spin on a breaking ball.
No doubt.
You tell by that swing by Josh Smith how difficult it was to read that. You see that the shadows right at home plate, sunshine. Andrew Wentz on the mound.
Gets away. Wild pitch. Runners advance 2nd and 3rd. You see, Cole Calhoun was checking with David Fletcher on the card. I bet you Calhoun was saying, "How were you guys playing me?" And Fletcher's like, "Take a look."
Yep.
Like this to pull. Oh, really?
By the way, congrats to the San Diego Padres. They clinched a playoff spot with that loss by Milwaukee today.
Our colleagues, Bally Sports San Diego, got some postseason. Congrats indeed. Even though I jumped the gun, I had him in yesterday.
You felt that was coming.
Maybe so. Maybe so. How often do you see a player show the opponent how they position him defensively? That was awesome. Now back our way. Two on, two out, and a 2-2 count coming here, top of the 8th.
This is when you really have to trust Logan O'Hoppe. If you're behind the plate here, you're probably going break a ball right here. It's not easy for a catcher either. It's tough to hit. It's also tough to read the spin. So you got to be ready, anticipate that this pitch may be in the dirt, so you got to keep it in front if he chases it. Get that runner at first base, especially with that speed of Bubba Thompson.
Now he went with the heater. Upstairs, got him. And Andrew Wantz gets out of it. Strands 2, a 5-run lead for the Halos.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza!
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
By your Southern California Cadillac dealers. By Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today. And by Cremily, taste the difference that makes a difference. Try Cremily, the official frozen yogurt of Angels baseball. Closing out this 2022 campaign here at the Big A. Good offense, good all-around game. 8-3 lead here, bottom of the 8th. 8 runs on 14 hits. And looking to sweep this series and the homestand and run the winning streak to a season-high 7 games. Then a Santana in his 61st game. And a chance to see the top of the order one more time here this afternoon. Rengifo, Trout, and Ohtani. Luis is 0 for 4.
.91-mile-an-hour changeup. Santana's got a very, very good arm.
Changeup at 91. I thought that was like a two-seamer or something.
Yeah, he's got that sinker, that four-seamer and a two-seamer, 94, 98, and a very good slider, which he throws usually a pretty lot of. That and his changeup.
Out in front. A souvenir for the fans. Still hanging in there here in the bottom of the 8th. You know, Texas will have money to spend in the offseason. They'll be looking pitching.
Yeah, that's the conversation we heard when we were down in Texas. They were willing to spend some serious money. They did last year with some bats with Simeon and Seager.
2-2. And Rengifo out to right center field. And Bubba Thompson is there. Squeeze it out number 1. Wanted to give a shout out to Angels Radio, Terry Smith and Mark Langston. Great job. So much fun working with them all season long.
Yeah. Langer, Smitty. Outstanding.
Nice job. Great crew.
There it is, a slide in. We're waiting for that Saturday Night Live slide in. Yes, fantastic.
we took a picture.
Yes.
Oh, and Pollo back there, of course.
Or hey.
Here's Mike Trout. Might need a new bat.
Big game for Trout today. 3 for 4. 39th home run of the season. 1 home run away from 40.
Batting average up to 282 since September 1st. Since he came back from the injury that he made that little sarcastic joke, like, I guess my career's not quite over. No, not by a long shot.
It's the 116th game played this season. 39 home runs for Trout.
May as well make it a nice round number. 40 and 80. Trout versus Santana, 0 for 4, 3 Ks. Got a breaking ball.
That's another one of those sliders against Trout that backed up, but although it's tough to read the spin of a slider in these conditions right now. Going inside, it looks like, trying to paint a fastball in. Missed by a lot.
Homers in 116 games. Get him healthy for a full season. He was on pace for 50 plus, easy. Full count. 46 last year for Shohei, franchise mark, held by Troy Gloss, 47. He's on deck.
That was a dangerous pitch for Trout. Huff and home plate umpire. Very nice song on that one, up and in.
98 on the fastball, gets away. Tough to see in these conditions, but he is aboard with a walk, so good day for Trout. 3 for 4, a walk, a homer, and the Eagles swung.
Did they win?
I know you'll have a Gooby Tuesday with Shohei. We all can't wait for that. I know you try to get others to jump on board the Eagles bandwagon. Is that so? Did Shohei want to?
I can't let you know the questions, Patio. Can't let you in.
I wait with bated breath like the rest of our audience. Swinging a miss.
By the way, he was pretty funny. We'll say that. He was incredible in it.
Yeah, both of you guys, big smiles. That was awesome to see. Great job. You could get another one next year also. Shohei giving the warning to the Rangers dugout. One for 4 with a run scored, extending his hitting streak to a career-high 17 game. Did it in the first.
I don't know if he tries a slider or a changeup here.
That heavy changeup missed.
Not easy to read that out of the strike zone, too. Back-to-back changeups at 91.
Shohei's hit Santana pretty well, 3 for 6. And right to Simeon, over to Young. And that goes 4-5-3. Inning, double play. Halos have a 5-run lead, looking to put an end to this one.
Hey, Doc. Good morning. Take a crack at the bottom line, please.
L-I. That's live look-ins.
And the next line.
Doc, that's MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, bringing the new season into focus. Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
For the game today, home sweet home. Outstanding homestand. Here it is, the key for the game, and what a job by Erica Weston this entire season down there in the trenches, giving us great reports, great interviews throughout the season. As Soto, Trout, all the players have had so much fun. And Erica, great job down there this season, all season long. What do you think? Do you have some fun this year with the Halo fans down there?
Oh, Gooby, thank you so much. That means the world. Yeah, this has been an absolute blast. I know there's been a lot that we've been able to witness this season as far as history, and it's just been so cool to have a front row seat to all of it. The fans over here around me have just been amazing, and the team has been so delightful in my first season. So thank you guys for making it easy, some great humans, and thanks to our crew for an awesome season.
Thank you very much, Erica. But wasn't there a fan that maybe drop some nacho cheese on one of your white jackets? Or
that was Dippin' Dots up in Seattle. I got some blue Dippin' Dots on the white jacket. Yeah, it's enemy territory
it was
up
Seattle.
there, you know?
Okay.
I know, of course it was in Seattle.
That wouldn't happen
Not here, not at the Big A. They would never.
That was awesome. I'm sure that came out, though, Dippin' Dots on a white jacket.
I'll send them my dry cleaning bill.
Hey, Erica, by the way, what was your moment this season? We talked about that a lot today on the pregame show, even the opening today. What was the moment, your favorite moment this season for the Halos in which you would participate in?
I think it's the same one we talked about on Gooby Tuesday. I think, was that last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
The no-hitter.
Yeah.
It had to be. Just a highlight to be able to see one in person and to be able to cover it professionally. I know I'm being a little bit selfish, but to be able to talk to his teammates and to experience that, and just to be able to, be part of it, a very, very small part of it, that's absolutely something I'll never forget.
Agreed. And we got so close this past week. Shows you how hard it was. But for all of us to be part of it, it has been, you're right, great humans, great team. It's been a lot of fun. Can't wait to close it out. Zastryzny is in as the pitcher. Hit well. Oh, how about it? Make a play. Taylor Ward in right. Oh, he is just balling out. One down. Great catch.
And he's going back on that baseball. You remember earlier in the season when he ran right into the wall. He's still getting that aggressive route now back. He's feeling more comfortable knowing where that warning track is and how much time he has before he gets to that wall to run that one down. Nice play by Taylor Ward.
Second game for Rob Zastryzny. I'm all over the last name now, by the way. Yeah, scuffled with it early, and I talked to him about it. Apologized that it's scuffled. It's the Striz in the middle that you got to nail. And he said, yeah, it's just a brutal last name. I'm like,
I think, take it from me, that's an outstanding last name.
This is what he said to me. I'm not saying it.
I think it's outstanding.
He said his dad, when he was engaged to his fiancée, they're now married, Natalie Sanchez, when they were engaged, Dad said, you know what, you're just better off taking Sanchez as the last name. The Zastryznys are happily married. Nice guy, born in Canada, dual citizenship. You know he loves his hockey. Got to get him on board with the Kings. Born in Edmonton.
Sorry, just clearing my throat. I apologize, Patrick.
Yeah, you're able to do your best. I'll do mine. Corey Seager, 2-run homer in this game, career high for the power hitting shortstop in his first year with the Rangers. Hit 33. Looking to add more.
The latter with a nearly 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Rengifo has it. Soft little flare. And there's 2 outs and 1 to get. Yeah, to put a button on the home campaign and win out in style. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Yes, he did. Strike 1. Zastryzny's not messing around. Nathaniel Lowe's got that batting average right at 302. You better believe he wants to finish above 300. Not only him, all his fans and friends and family. It's been a great season. Crowd's on its feet. 1 strike to get. And just misses 1 and 2. It's nice to hear that this crowd makes some noise here. Great fans. 1-2. Misses 2-2.
Yeah, a chance here to end this homestand. 6 games in a row here at the Big A. Great support. Big crowd here today on a Sunday. Love it.
Swing and a miss. Ball game. Light it up. Angels sweep the homestand. They've won 7 in a row. That's a season high. 8-3 is the final.
Now a well-played game again. The offense with 6 in the first. Mike Trout, what a game. 3 hits. His 39th home run. Shohei Ohtani, hit streak now at 17. A lot to like. Bullpen outstanding once again coming in. The Halos win this entire homestand here. All 6 games is head off to his last 3 up in Oakland. Loving it.
Continuing to play some outstanding baseball. There he is, Mike Trout, our Toyota player of the game. 3 for 4, 39th home run. 3rd in his last 6 and 11th home run since the 1st of September.
Fly, Trouty, fly today. 39th home run.
You had told us in the 4th, just before this pitch, how hard it is to hit a home run, and then on cue, your guy goes yard.
How strong the launch angle, exit velocity equates a home run for Trout, 39th for the season.
Giddy up, he gave that one a ride. A lot of fun here on this homestand. Again, we thank all these fans as we send it downstairs to Erica Weston with Mike Trout.
All right, Patrick, thanks very much. Mike, you guys end the home portion of your schedule with a 6-game sweep. How encouraging was it and how much fun was it to end the part of your schedule at home with 6 wins in a row?
Yeah, no, it's big. You know, the fans have been great all year. Just trying to finish strong. You got a great group of guys in there, and I love you guys.
Your 39th home run of the season. Ward's bat is red hot. Shohei's working a 17-game hitting streak. How much fun is it when the 3 of you guys are going like that?
It's real fun. I think everybody's swinging it back right now. You know, we're winning a lot of games in a row. Just got to finish strong in Oakland. But it's fun in the clubhouse right now. We're winning, and like I said, finish strong.
Last one for you, Mike. All the fans here in attendance coming out to see you guys all season long. Your message to the Halos fans one last time.
Yeah, you know, just thanks for coming out this year. Obviously, it didn't go the way we wanted to, but we're going to have a good offseason, try to get this thing back on track.
Thanks for the time. Nice job.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
That was awesome, Erica. Thank you very much. That's great to hear. He says, I love you to the fans, and then a great message going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think and Trouty knows that. When Trouty's hungry, like he is now, he wants to make sure they're able to finish off next season like they will be finishing off this one here at the Big A by winning a bunch of games to get to the postseason.
Fun homestand. Gooby, great job. Let's keep it going.
Good job, Patio.
All right, thanks so much. That'll do it for us here in the booth. Off to Oakland, but stick around. Angels Live post-game. Ken French, Tim Salmon coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.